Kevin Garnett, the kid, player of the present and future, ideal player of the 21st century. What up? We call him KG the Kid, KG. But if you seen him with a basketball, you know that he grown.
And we welcome you back to the NBA playoffs on TBS. Cerny Johnson in Atlanta's Studio A, where I'll be joined later by Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, and NBA legend Walt Frazier. Game 5 between the Raptors and Pistons is on the way here on TBS, while right now on our sister network TNT, the Pacers and Nets are playing the finale in their first round best of 5. Dead even first half, too. Kenyon Martin and the number 1 seeded Nets at home, and Martin off the Jason Kidd miss, jamming it back 8 points in the first quarter for Kmart. He had 12 in the first half, and so did his teammate Keith Van Horn. Van Horn, aggressive in the first 24 minutes, had 12. Now watch Jermaine O'Neal working down low for Indiana against Kenyon Martin. O'Neal with 8 points in the first half. The game tied at 51 at the break, and right now 53 apiece as they are playing early in the third period. Jamal Tinsley only played 6 minutes in the first half for Indiana. His knee's still bothering him and will not play in the second half. No games in the West tonight, but when the Spurs and the Sonics play Game 5 in San Antonio tomorrow night, the Spurs expect that Tim Duncan will be there, though they are not certain at this point. Duncan missed Game 4 after his father's death this week, and the team says its main concern is for the welfare of Tim and his family. You'll see the deciding game in that series tomorrow night on TNT. It's our playoff nightcap on TNT. The first game, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, the Game 5 between the Sixers and the Celtics in Boston. Right now here on TBS, it's time to head to the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Raptors, the Pistons, Game 5. Here's Dick Stockton.
Ernie, it's come down to a one-game season at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Will the Pistons, back home again, discover their winning ways in time? Or can the resurgent Raptors become one of only a handful of teams to rally from 2 down to capture a 5-game series? Tonight, both teams look elimination in the eye. Tell you what, this venue and Toronto's has been rocking throughout the series, and tonight is no exception. Hubie Brown, along with Cheryl Miller and Dick Stockton, yours truly, here in this series. And Hubie, you've been in a lot of 5-game and deciding game series. What's the mindset for a coach?
Well, first of all, Dick, your 3 key players must accept the pressure, lead the team, and get their numbers, whether it's points, rebounds, blocks, or steals. Second factor, take care of the defensive forwards. All 5 guys must rebound, no second shot attempts for easy points. Then third, the pressure's on your coaching staff. You have 3 key shooters out on the floor at all times. You've got to get them high percentage shots in their best areas. Sounds easy, very tough to do.
As you well know, the Pistons, if there's such a thing as a 2-game slump, the Pistons are in it. What do they do to unravel themselves from it tonight?
Well, Detroit's only shooting 41% for the series. Their problem, their 2 top scorers, Jerry Stackhouse, Cliff Robinson. Stackhouse 33%, Robinson 34%. They've got to step up here now and lead by example. When they went on the road to Toronto, they've got to get easy points. At the foul line, a -5 attempts each night. Also, forcing turnovers, get out in the open floor, shoot the 3, also a -5. But the key area and the third guy is Ben Wallace. We'd like to give you his numbers. How about in games 1 and 2, 26 points, 35 rebounds, 6 blocks, while Antonio Davis did a man's job in games 3 and 4, holding him to the 9 points, but also 23 rebounds and the 4 blocks. Now, Dick, the bench has been wonderful, a major upside. The bench has scored over 31 in all 4 games. Williamson and Barry, 25 a night. Pretty impressive.
And on the opposite side of the coin, the Raptors, in losing the first 2 games, looked like they would not be able to overcome the loss of Vince Carter and his 20-plus points, but they seem to have found people to pick up the slack in Toronto.
Well, Antonio Davis here in Toronto played great. The points, the rebounds, the blocks. Unfortunately, no one else stepped up on a consistent basis. They go back to Toronto. All of a sudden, Keon Clark and Olajuwon and Davis all shooting over 50% up front. Then, for points, Keon Clark, 19, average in the 2 games. Then Alvin Williams and Mo Peterson came out of their slump and gave them 16 points in each contest. Now, we'd like to show you the graphic game between games 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. How about the jump of 15 points a game? We question whether they could shoot well. They shoot 46% and 83 on the line. Then the key. Forcing the 20 turnovers a game at home gave them the open floor of fast break points, and they dominated in that area. Now, big question. Can they do it on the road tonight, Dick?
Well, just think of this. You have the training camp in October, the exhibition season, 82 grueling games, all the competition and effort. Somebody hangs it up tonight. Someone else goes home.
This game 5 is do or die.
This is not coming down to X's and O's. This is who wants it more. The hustle plays.
Yeah, everyone's feeling the pressure now. They know if you lose, you're going home.
Urgency. I mean, it's got to be almost a sense of desperation, because this is, you know, the slogan, win or go home.
There's going to be a lot of pressure, but, you know, I feel one way or another, you know, the team that handles it the best is really going to be the team.
How do you outrun a bolt of lightning? Find out this July.
Kevin Garnett, the kid, player of the present and future, ideal player of the 21st century. What up? We call him KG the kid, KG. But if you seen him with a basketball, you know that he grown. You seen him on the ball court, you know that he home. It's like every dunk is drastic. Woo. First to get drafted out of high school since Moses Malone. Everybody gotta earn their turn. I think the kid game got hotter since his jersey burned. And you couldn't find a finer kid than the 7-foot South Carolina kid obsessed with balls. And the rim need a hard net. Better act like you know, come on, dog. That's Kevin Garnett, about to get an and one all in your mug. Said he play around the clock cause it's ball in his blood. He ain't think about a turnover. That's KG, he the player of the future. And the game about the turnover. Think you got game, then you gon' have to learn over. Yeah. KG.
My house, my other house, my kids, number 51, number 20, where I sleep, where I eat, where I do business, where I want my ashes scattered, my soulmate, my guidance counselor, my sheep, where the wild things are, what I wear, the complete wardrobe, what I count to fall asleep at night, where I run to drown my sorrows, where I run to celebrate, my surgeon, my religion, my life, baseball, Triple Play 2002, how committed are you? EA Sports, it's in the game, rated E for everyone.
Nice day.
Take a left.
Dodge Ram. The only truck with 4 full-size doors and a full-size bed. Plus, the handling of rack and pinion steering.
And I hope no one was behind us.
Grab Dodge's 7100 powertrain pledge. Ford, GM, and Toyota don't match it.
And a loud, raucous crowd here at the Palace at Auburn Hills. The 5th and deciding game of the opening round between the Toronto Raptors and the Detroit Pistons. And right now, for tonight's starting lineups presented by Circuit City, let's join the public address announcer, John Mason. Time now. Game 5 of the 2002 NBA playoffs. First, how about a Palace welcome for the visiting Toronto Raptors? At forward from Michigan State, number 24, 6'7", Morris Peterson. Also at forward from Texas El Paso, number 33, 6'9", Antonio Davis. At At center from UNLV, number 7, 6'11", Keon Clark. At guard from Villanova, number 20, 6'5", Alvin Williams. Also at guard from Boise State, number 1, 6'3", Chris Childs. And the head coach of the Toronto Raptors, Lenny Wilkins.
Hey, Jerry, you forgot your lunch. Have fun at work today.
Don't worry, I will.
Division champions. It's time to meet and greet the Ballers representing our Detroit Pistons. His number is 12 from Georgia Southern at 6'5", the forward in the Piston home white. From Virginia Union University, 6'9" forward, Ben Wallace. The center, number 30 from Connecticut, at 6'10", once again, say hello to Mr. Robinson, Cliff Ford Robinson. Now for the guards from South Florida at 5'11", number 7, Chucky Hackett. And the captain from North Carolina at 6'6", number 42, Jerry Stackhouse. And the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, Rick Carlisle.
I won a gold and silver medal at the Winter Olympics.
He showed me how to use this thing.
I brought home the gold.
She helped me get rid of my grubs.
I won the silver.
He taught me the importance of primer.
My team won the gold.
She helped me find one of those flappy things.
Our associates do great things every day. To join the team, give the Home Depot a call.
After 7 years of trying, he's really here.
Good gifts of love.
I know.
Good gifts to hand me down.
Honey, who's that?
It's Mark, our financial advisor.
You've planned the next 18 years?
Yeah.
From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
These gifts to me.
It happens in the blink of an eye. That defining moment in every game. When that moment comes, will you have ice in your veins?
It's here, it's clear. New Gatorade Ice.
Want to grow? The calcium in milk helps.
Moments away from the opening tip for Game 5. Morris Peterson of the Raptors coming off 2 top-notch games in Toronto, but back here in his hometown, he had problems in the first 2 games. Cheryl Miller follows it up.
And Mo Peterson will be the first person to admit that he felt the pressure of being back here, and that's why he struggled. But he did tell me that tonight it will be different because his focus will.
Well, Game 1 and Game 2, you know, I was back home in front of my friends and family, and I think I tried to do a little too much, you know, instead of let the game come to me. So when we got back to Toronto, you know, I watched some film, did what, you know, saw what I did wrong, got a little extra shooting in, just doing the little things. I think that was the main thing that I tried to do, and just letting the game come to me.
To make sure that Peterson stayed focused for tonight, Antonio Davis imposed a lockdown on Peterson, limiting his visitors and not allowing him to leave the hotel.
Coming off his playoff career high of 20 points in Game 4, set to go the officials Steve Javie, Joe DeRosa, and Eddie F. Rush underway for Game 5, and Chucky Atkins keeps his balance.
Rick Carlisle would like to see the turnovers cut down. Let's get Stackhouse off going to the basket and getting to the foul line.
Here is Robinson, who has not gotten on track offensively and fouled by Keon Clark on the game's first possession.
You always like to see people be the aggressor. You can always settle for the jump shot. Take the ball strong to the basket. In there, that was a nice head fake by Cliff, because we said at the top, Stackhouse and Robinson, your 2 leading scorers, must step up and accept this pressure and get you some points.
So Clifford Robinson, who's been in the playoffs every year in the NBA, has been to 2 NBA finals. Now looking to give the Pistons a 1-0 lead after missing the first free throw. Toronto with their first possession of the game.
Now this is good. Come down the floor, you know, make Childs labor a little bit, run some key time off the clock.
Crowd chanting defense as Childs hits a 3. So Childs, who is now 6 for 14, and he has been the 1 3-point gun the Raptors have had.
You go under the screen, on the screen and spot up. Childs will step back and shoot it every time. He had a great game here in Game 2, getting you to 20 points and making the 3s.
And what a great move Lenny Wilkins made after Game 1 to put him in the starting lineup.
Absolutely. He's been hurt all year with a bad ankle, but then an Achilles in a stretch run.
Alvin Williams committing the second Raptor foul in the opening minutes. Here's Clifford Robinson, and Wallace getting the offensive rebound. That's what he does best.
He's got to step up now and overpower Antonio Davis.
From the corner, Chucky Atkins, and Wallace gets another offensive rebound. And another loose ball, and finally picked up by Alvin Williams as we welcome those watching tonight in Canada on TSN. Keon Clark loses the ball, and Atkins wends his way past midcourt.
Detroit, this is their game. Open it up and look for the 3 in transition.
And a 3-second violation called against Van Wallace of the Pistons. And looking at Stackhouse, Rick Carlisle told us before the game that he would like Jerry to drive to the basket early on, not just rely on the perimeter shot.
Well, you're hoping that your guys can break the defense down, get easy shots, get to the foul line, and then hopefully get some second shot points. We told you that Detroit, not a great shooting team.
Careless pass that time by Antonio Davis. And here is Stackhouse missing his first shot.
Toronto not blazing speed. They'll take their time. They like to run their half-court sets, very methodical once they slow it down.
Here's Atkins, and it's blocked by Keon Clark in a 3-on-1 the other way for the Raptors, and a good pass from Peterson to Williams for the hoop.
They're the ones that count. Second shot points and getting out on the fast break and getting the easy layup. Now in games 3 and 4, anytime that Toronto was able to do that with the block of the forced turnover, they would get the advantage. 3-on-1, 3-on-2.
And here is Robinson, and now Wallace going outside again to Stackhouse. And he misses, so the Pistons start out this game 0 for 6 from the field and trail by 4.
That's why we try to bring out the point at the top. Throughout the entire series, they have not shot well. They've only averaging 41%. That's why we keep bringing out the little things. They've got to get the extra points.
Alvin Williams and the tip attempt by Davis, and the foul called against the Pistons right after the shot. So Detroit with an early hole, and Cliff Robinson picking up Detroit's first personal.
Well, Lenny Wilkins was concerned. He said, I want to try to neutralize the crowd, get my guys to make something happen for themselves to relieve the pressure on each individual guy.
He does not want to get buried early, especially with this crowd, and we knew what happened in game 1 of this series. And knocked away and recovered on the outside by Stackhouse. 10 on the shot clock. Lost the ball, and now the Pistons have to get into their offense in a hurry. And tripping, as we see, both Peterson and Stackhouse get their legs tangled and both go down.
Now, see, Mo Peterson's all upset because he has played Stackhouse well in games 3 and 4 off the dribble. They have a guy also ready to come. Now, I thought that was an offensive foul. Stackhouse definitely flared out with his right forearm and knocked Peterson down.
So Peterson with the personal. 5-1, the Raptors lead early on. Atkins with a tough shot, banks it in. Chucky Atkins, who led the Pistons in scoring in those losing games with 21 and 20 respectively.
He's playing well. There's no doubt about it. You know, you can't. He's a major three-point shooter, and he's also shooting a terrific percentage.
Knocked out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Pistons. So the Raptors have 13 seconds to attempt a shot.
The Raptors look good in their half-court sets whenever they curl the small forwards, like right there, and then honor Peterson every so often and get him going to the basket.
Alvin Williams got going in the last 2 games, and Keon Clark certainly did, and he is coming off his career high both in points with 19 and rebounds, and it's now 7-3 Toronto.
Detroit, an excellent defensive team, always looking to help out. And when they help out, the big men are open 15 to 17 feet in the middle of the floor.
And the 2-point basket by Michael Curry, of all people, who has not been any kind of an offensive factor in the series.
He's in there because he's a coach on the floor. He's a team leader. He's an outstanding defensive guy.
Curry is defending Peterson, coming off a screen from Davis and hitting a 3. So the Raptors have hit 2 threes and open up a 10-5 lead.
Now that is the second time they've run that screen and spot up on the left. Both times the man with the ball stepped behind. Why? Because the defender went under the screen.
There's Curry leaving it out for Cliff Robinson, who hits the open J.
Well, that's the guy who's got to get going. They have allowed Cliff to be open because they're laying off of him and helping out. If he can make that perimeter J, good things will happen.
Giles has been getting the ball to the right people at the right time, and he got it to Davis, who got the ball up and is fouled. So Antonio Davis, who, as you have mentioned, has been the total stabilizer for this club throughout the series, is fouled by Curry.
Well, he's accepted the leadership role once Vince Carter went down. He's playing big, prime time, giving it to you, rebounding, block shots, points, and then most of all on a good defense on Ben Wallace, which is not an easy assignment night after night. And that is a war of 2 guys.
Davis's best game scoring-wise was in Game 3, the game the Raptors had to win, when he scored 30 points, the best he's ever scored in the playoffs. He makes 1 out of 2 for the Raptors.
Rick Carlisle is only happy when he has ball movement, meaning swinging the ball from one side of the floor to the other. Force Toronto to play you the full half court.
Curry hitting the jumper, so Michael Curry with 4 points to start this game.
Unexpected early, because usually they're feeling out their other scorers, but it's nice to see.
And the most Curry has scored in any games is 4 points. So they're getting some bonus offense from him. Here is Antonio Davis, and the Raptors seem to be on their shooting game early as they hold a 4-point ball.
Detroit constantly tries to front the post-up guys. So the passing is so critical for Toronto.
Keon Clark slapping it out of bounds. The Raptors with a healthy 14 seconds to attempt a shot. Toronto taking the lead and not getting behind early thanks to 5 for 8 shooting for them. And a timeout, 6:18 to go. Rick Carlisle, whose Pistons won their division, hard pressed here in the 5th and deciding game.
We weren't technically a garage band since we practiced in a barn. We still make a lot of noise, only now it's on the phone.
Introducing AT&T Unlimited.
Luckily, I pay one flat rate and we talk till we're hoarse.
$19.95 a month for unlimited long-distance calls to any AT&T residential long-distance customer. Call all you want, whenever you want, and never watch the clock.
I love them, but I'm not going to pay a lot to listen to them. Nobody ever did.
Call 1-800-REACH-OUT to enroll.
Even though Jeep Liberty received the government's highest crash test rating for side and driver front impact, it's still nice to keep a little extra space between you and the next vehicle.
They have shocked the Eastern Conference, returning glory to the Motor City.
The teamwork continues for the Pistons.
And as a team, their passion guides them. Now, can the Detroit Pistons remain on course as they drive for another NBA title?
Right now, there are few flaws to find with this team.
And once you dig in.
The world broadcast premiere, Deep Blue Sea, coming May 12th to TBS Superstation.
The NBA playoffs on TBS are brought to you by the AT&T Ultimate Fan Zone on NBA.com. You can get NBA gear just by talking on the phone. By American Express Financial Advisors. Make life rewarding. By Jeep Liberty. Jeep, there's only one. And by IBM, taking e-business and your business to the next level.
Now, Toronto, right here, you have Mo Peterson with the ball. Antonio Davis is setting a screen. Usually, as soon as the man goes, Antonio Davis will spot up here. Now, once Peterson goes over the screen, watch his defender go under the screen. He steps back and shoots the J, exactly like Childs did a few minutes earlier. That is there for them.
Morris Peterson and one of the starting group, all 5 Raptor starters have made a basket in this game. By the way, only 4 teams seeded 7 have ever upset a number 2 since the current format back in 1984. The last team to do it were the New York Knicks in 1998 when they came back and beat Miami 3-2. Nearly halfway through this opening period. Here's Atkins going in, using his body well, but it bounces off, gets the rebound. Atkins will fire and hits a 2. Chucky Atkins with 4 points, leading along with Curry, the Pistons early on.
He's just playing with a great deal of confidence. In the series from 3-point range, he's shooting 47%, and he's attempting 4 a game. So when you see him spot up and look, he's on fire in the series.
One of 3 undrafted players in the Detroit starting lineup. And here is a Keon Clark hitting the jumper, and Clark has really picked up a world of confidence in the last several games.
Well, Dick, I don't understand just standing there and letting him shoot the ball. He's been on fire. He's shooting over 51% throughout this series. So you've got to at least go up and challenge the shot. Not block it, just challenge it.
Here's Atkins short on the attempt from the corner. And the Raptors with the ball in a 4-point lead. They have nullified this crowd somewhat with their start. Wallace with the block on Antonio Davis, hit in the eye. And the field goal doesn't go, attempt by Clark, but Antonio Davis hit in the left eye.
Ben Wallace has started off big with the rebounding, the second chance points, and the blocks.
And speaking of blocks, Davis.
Yeah, they're dangerous. But Olajuwon, Antonio Davis, and then Keon Clark. You've got to go strong.
And Davis going strong on the baseline. And the shoulder foul committed by Ben Wallace. And Ben Wallace already the Defensive Player of the Year, and maybe the greatest honor he has gotten at all, being named third-team All-NBA.
That was well-deserved.
Robinson.
Nice.
And the basket counts. Keon Clark. And you can see the excitement of the Toronto bench. They are very confident, winning the last two. Jerome Williams always is that way.
Keep an eye on Keon Clark from the left side of your floor right now. We're going to give you that screen and roll. Here they come. Now watch him. He faked the screen and he just rolled. And that's always great, because what you're doing is you're surprising the two defenders who are looking for a trap in this series in the corners.
Cliff Robinson with the second personal foul gives way to Željko Rebraca, and the Raptors are up by 7 points.
Well, they need Rebraca to come in here and establish a low post. He has not been able to do it in the previous games.
Stackhouse going down low to Rebraca, and the rookie is blocked by Clark. Keon Clark with a block. So Davis moments ago, Keon Clark this time, and Morris Peterson missing the three. And the rookie from Yugoslavia, Željko Rebraca, who was on the all-rookie second team this year.
Oh, he's had an outstanding year, a major contributor in that 9-man rotation.
And here is Michael Curry, who has 6 points, and that's the most he has scored in any one game for the Pistons. He normally plays about 17 minutes, as you say, a defensive specialist coach on the floor.
You have Corliss Williamson at that position with the second unit.
Turnover forced by Ben Wallace. Here's Wallace. Foul by Chris Childs on the 3-on-1.
You don't need the spectacular dunk. You really don't. What you need is the power dunk so that you can get a better percentage, and then that guy is going to question whether he's going to foul you or not when you come with both hands. See, right there, they're saying, no layup for you, Ben. You're going to the foul line. You're a 42% shooter. You got to make the foul shots.
And you showed why he's a 42% free throw shooter. Coming up tomorrow on TNT, it's Game 5 Friday. In Game 1, the Sixers take on the Celtics at 7 p.m., followed by the Spurs hosting the Sonics at 9:30. So we have had 4 Game 5s to cap this week on Turner Sports, as Wallace misses them both. The Raptors leading by 5.
Raptors are very patient. They take their time. They love the curl. There it is right there.
And out of bounds. Peterson loses it on the pass. So the Raptors turn it over, and the Pistons trying to get back. They have trailed virtually all the way.
The curl move has been there on the right or to the left, either for Alvin Williams or Mo Peterson. They're always ahead of their man. Now it comes down, can the guy make the perfect pass?
Here's Curry. He's been hot. And the foul is called by Joe DeRosa inside. And the personal is against Antonio Davis. So Peterson, Davis, Clark, and Alvin Williams, and Childs, all 5 starters, have a personal foul. And Hakeem Olajuwon will come in, replacing Davis, and goes out with 3.
Rebraca is a guy that as soon as he comes in the game, Rick Carlisle loves to post them deep on the side or deep in the painted area, almost inside the restraining line for the defense. Now, once he gets the ball in there, he is 7 foot. He does have some moves, but he's not a primetime leaper. So Keon Clark, Olajuwon, Antonio Davis have been able to disrupt his game, block a lot of the shots, and get some deflection.
And the Pistons, 2 of 6 from the line early on. So Rebraca and Hakeem Olajuwon, the backup centers, are in there. Olajuwon has shot 53% in the series.
Well, you have to remember now, Detroit's an 83% foul shooting team. So there's a lot of pressure here tonight on guys.
Here's Hakeem, and it drops. So Hakeem Olajuwon paying dividends for the Raptors in this series.
Beautiful catch and a great lead pass. The defender got caught trying to overplay him from the baseline, led him right into the middle of the lane.
Rebraca down low, and a clear out with Olajuwon. Rebraca going in, and the block, but the foul is called underneath, maybe with the body.
It's okay if Rebraca gets fouled. He keeps getting to the line, putting fouls on the front line of Toronto. But you can see he's having trouble getting the shot over the top.
With Big Mac no longer on the menu.
Back goes Andrews. He made the catch.
The Braves hope to feast on the Cards in St. Louis. Slam! It's out of here. Braves Cardinals, 8 Eastern tomorrow on TBS Superstation.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, hey, Miss Larson.
Nice caravan.
Thanks.
I used to have a van.
I can't believe my dad let you drive the Viper.
Yeah, what got into him?
Dodge Caravan, offering a power sliding door, a power rear hatch, and the kind of room you'll really dig. Grab Dodge's 7/100 powertrain pledge. Ford, GM, Toyota, and Honda don't match it.
Showtime Hollywood Hits presents
We need to take down one of these cartels.
the winner of 4 Academy Awards,
My husband is a
Legitimate businessman.
including Best Director,
Let's do some more.
Best Supporting Actor.
I feel like a traitor.
Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Don Cheadle, and Benicio del Toro.
It's all about the money.
Traffic. Part of Showtime Unlimited. Add it for $12 or less per month. Call 1-800-DIRECTV to order now.
The Ultimate Fighting Championship presents UFC High Impact. It's a full night of the most intense full-contact fighting in the world. Every bout is a high-impact collision course. Takedowns, strikes, and submissions. UFC High Impact. Friday, May 10th. Live on Direct Ticket.
EJ in our TBS studios. Here's what's going on right now on TNT. Moments ago, Jermaine O'Neal scoring his 15th and 16th points of the night and giving the Indiana Pacers a fourth quarter lead of 81-80 over the homestanding New Jersey Nets in the 5th and deciding game in that series. You can flip over there right now and watch that game if you choose to. Actually, if you turn over right now, Whoopi Goldberg is talking about what is really drama, but you get the idea. Meantime, let's get back to Dick and Hubert.
Well, it's better, Ernie, if you have 2 TVs and you can watch both games right now. I think that would be the perfect way to do it. And, of course, the winner of that series, the winner of that game, really, will face the Charlotte Hornets in the second round. And if Indiana wins the game, Charlotte will have the home court advantage in that series. They go to best of 7. So here's Rebraca on the free throw line for the Pistons.
Rebraca is a FIBA player, plays on the Yugoslavian national team. He played professionally the last 8 years in Spain and Greece, and 8 times his teams won the championship. He's 7 foot, good size. Now, the thing, you know he's feeling the pressure, Dick. He's a 90% foul shooter throughout this series, and he's left 2 short already tonight.
All part of the pressure, and it comes in many ways to many people in different forms.
Absolutely.
20-15 with nearly 2.5 remaining in the first quarter. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Cheryl Miller. Game 5, Del Curry in the game with a great pass to Keon Clark, who is fouled by Stackhouse. So Curry, who has also made a healthy contribution off the bench, as Olajuwon has for Lenny Wilkins.
Now, once again, they get the curl. Hold it right there. You're going to see the curl come in here. Once that pass is delivered, watch the defender on the postman open up, and then Keon Clark step to the rim. It's just a terrific move. See, that's been there throughout this entire series. And then you get Ben Wallace trying to help out on that curl, man. If the player is unselfish, he'll drop it off to the post guy every time.
2 free throws by Keon Clark. John Barry, as you saw, enters the game. Jerry Stackhouse is replaced by Barry, who goes out 0 for 3. So the Pistons did not get anything from Jerry Stackhouse in this first quarter. Here's Rebraca facing the basket against Olajuwon and loses it out of bounds.
Now that's the problem Rebraca had with Olajuwon in games 1 and 2. Akeem continued to get deflections because Raja doesn't understand the length of Olajuwon's arms, and he still has good quickness with his hands.
Hey, Akeem is only 9 years older than Rebraca, who's a rookie. Olajuwon trying to get it to Clark. And it's last tipped by the Pistons. So 5 on the shot clock for the Raptors, who have controlled this opening quarter.
In the early going, Dick, beautiful team play. Toronto making the extra pass.
Peterson guarded by Curry, and he misses a 3-point attempt. And the rebound by John Barry.
Well, that's what Detroit wants. They want their guards to come back in and get double-figure rebounds here tonight.
They don't want their guards to be tied up, however, and we will have a jump ball as Barry is tied up. So the Pistons are struggling from the field, and even their field goals have been perimeter shots. No layups yet, so they have not worked the ball down low, which is what they did effectively in Game 1 when they blew them out.
Well, it's always easy to say, hey, that's easy to do, except defenses make adjustments, and then they cut everything off on rotation.
Atkins missing a three. Well, it's very easy from where I sit. I don't work up a sweat. Here is Childs, leaves it for Keon Clark.
Clark never continued his move. He stopped.
And Barry left Childs open for the easy jumper.
Well, that's because Barry honestly thought that Keon Clark was going to continue the move. He would have had a layup. That was a good rotation by Barry, but when that happens, then when the pass comes back, his man is open. You can't have two things. You can't have two guys on a dribbler and expect to have no one open.
22nd timeout called by the Pistons, who trailed by 9 points. Well, fans, watch the Braves on the Superstation this weekend when they take on the St. Louis Cardinals tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern and Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern. Catch the Braves all season long right here on TBS.
We are seeing Toronto at their best. This is 5 guys giving you great defense. Then they're holding Detroit to one shot attempt. At the other end of the floor, they're maximizing their possessions. They're running beautiful stuff. They're getting a half a step ahead. The passes tonight have been right on the money. Can they continue?
56% shooting to 35 for the Pistons, who bring in Corliss Williamson, the NBA's top 6 man, and he has been averaging about 13 a game in this playoff. Nearly a minute remaining in the quarter. Barry, Olajuwon flashes out to him. Williamson from outside. Corliss Williamson, how reliable has he been throughout?
Well, he's so consistent. He shot over 50% from the field during the year. He's 48 in the playoffs. Shoots over 80 on the line, and he comes right in. He knows his role.
Del Curry off the rim with a foray down the lane, and with 40 seconds to go, 20 on the shot clock. Pistons down by 7. Game 5, Barry with a big jumper, so the bench hitting from the outside right now.
Corliss Williamson just flopped on the other side of the floor, thinking you're going to get a call. You're not going to get any kind of a call tonight on that stuff because the referees want you to play big and accept the bumping.
Olajuwon against Raptors. Foul. It doesn't go. So Raptors fouls Hakeem Olajuwon, two-time MVP of the NBA Finals, so you know he has huge playoff experience.
Yeah, you have to go to Hakeem. He's shooting over 50% here. Raptors really has not played against Hakeem, you know, major minutes. Hakeem can throw the fadeaway, but what you'd like to see Hakeem do is get into the paint and do the drop step power moves, because no way can Raptors stop him from getting a shot off.
Alvin Williams will replace Del Curry for the Raptors. 17 plus remaining in the first quarter. 7-point lead for the Toronto Raptors. Playing for the last shot are the Pistons. Well, they did not come out like a house of fire against the Raptors tonight at home in Game 5.
Their game is forcing turnovers, and we're not seeing it tonight.
Here is Barry. Tough shot. Barry gets it with 1/10 left, and that'll do it. But the Toronto Raptors, who have more playoff experience than the Pistons, nullifying what could have been a tough crowd situation with a very superb first quarter effort. And Keon Clark scoring 9 points to pave the way for the Raptors. So 1 down, 3 to go at least here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, with the Raptors up by 5.
The big guns are here on TBS Superstation Super Weekend. Tomorrow night, guess who's back? Clint Eastwood, Pale Rider. Saturday night, Susan Sarandon, Tommy Lee Jones, John Grisham's The Client. Sunday night, we meet again at last. The George Lucas original, Star Wars, Pale Rider tomorrow at 11. The Client Saturday at 7. Star Wars Sunday at 8. Stars collide on Super Weekend on TBS Superstation.
Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection in a wipe.
Even though Jeep Grand Cherokee is more refined and civilized than ever, rest assured, it still hasn't lost its animal instincts. Now get our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on the most award-winning brand of 4x4s. Jeep, there's only one.
Jim! Hey, Mikey. There's our TV, 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm gonna see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh. Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City, we're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
I taught him how to do that reverse slam dunk.
I taught him the fundamentals.
Boxing out.
Boxing out.
Dipsy doing.
Rebound.
Twist people up.
Bounce pass.
That's me.
I taught him.
I showed him that.
That's me.
Not you, me. That was me.
Who you gonna listen to? How about yourself? Obey your thirst. Sprite.
I thought you told him to be a dentist. Man, don't move your head.
Come on. Come on.
Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection in a wipe.
Raptors lead the Pistons by 5 in the deciding game after one quarter. Here is tonight's American Express leaderboard. Here are the other 6 teams who have come back from a 2-0 deficit to win a best-of-5. Last year, Dallas did it against Utah. Go back to 1956 when the Fort Wayne Pistons did it against the St. Louis Hawks. Raptors trying to add their name to that list. Last year, they were trailing the Knicks. Remember in the first game, first round, 2-1. They beat the Knicks in New York, but remember, they had Vince Carter last year. They don't now. Second quarter underway. Jerome Williams into the lineup with Del Curry, who fires it up and in and out. Rebound by Ben Wallace. Lead pass to Barry, and Barry changes hands and gets the basket.
Yeah, he got hit, and he should have had a call there. I just don't understand it, how Detroit can continue to freelance one guy out and not have the coverage.
Hakeem Olajuwon on the baseline. 6 points for Olajuwon, who has played big in deciding games in his career. And by the way, that layup by Barry was the first one for the Pistons tonight. Here's Corliss Williamson down low. So now make it 2 for the Pistons.
Well, that's what he does best. He's bulky, he's quick, he has excellent feet, and he has a beautiful soft touch. You love his game because he gets it to them every night.
Nothing new there. Detroit 2-1 edge on Toronto off the bench. They've done that throughout the series, win or lose. 7 on the shot clock. Rabracha defending Olajuwon. Ball knocked away. 2-on-2 right now. Barry surveys the floor. The trailer is Williamson. Corliss Williamson brings the Pistons to within 1.
See, the second unit, they make a lot of things happen. And Barry is the key guy with the deflections. He and Williamson are the 2 who put up the most points.
And Antonio Davis off the side of the backboard. Outlet quickly by Wallace to Barry. Barry pulls up the 3. Pistons lead.
John Barry has been on fire all year in threes. 47% during the season, and right now he's over 50% in this series.
John Barry has 9. Corliss Williamson 6 off the bench. Barry the Igniter hits the first 3 tonight for the Pistons, who lead now by 2.
Are cell phones safe? And we don't mean driving while talking. I'm Paula Zahn of the Next American Morning. A new danger: using cell phones on trains may create dangerous levels of radiation. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern.
At Kia's all-model sales event, you can get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing on a new car. Like the luxurious Optima. And the 5-star safety-rated Sedona minivan. What's even more attractive, they're backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
They're here for the all-model sales event? Mm-hmm. Did you tell them all-model means all car models? Good man.
So hurry down to Kia's all-model sales event and get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing.
Here's to growing up, but never really wanting to leave the kids' table.
It's crunch time.
Why be playing?
Why be playing?
Why be playing?
When you can be crunchy.
Plain chocolate? Not in Shaq's house. When he's got to have chocolate, only creamy, crispy Nestle Crunch will do.
Ernie Johnson in our TBS studio. While John Barry's been catching fire in Detroit, Jason Kidd's been doing the same thing in New Jersey, sparking a 10-0 New Jersey run. 6 of those points coming from Kidd. That put him up 90-81. Right now, it is 90-83. Keith Van Horn is at the line trying to add to that New Jersey lead. Under 6 minutes to play in that game. In fact, under 5 minutes to play, and you can catch it on TNT. Let's get back to Dick and Hubie.
All right, Ernie, and of course the Nets don't want to be a victim to have a number 8 knock them off and wanting it to advance in the 5th and deciding game. Timeout called by Lenny Wilkins, a smart one with 2 minutes elapsed now in the second quarter. Here is Alvin Williams going up, and Bracha got a piece of that one. Controlled, however, by the Raptors, and Jerome Williams follows, and finally the basket is scored. It's either Davis or Jerome Williams to tie the game. It's Jerome.
Well, this is the major area where Toronto hurt you, and that is in the offensive rebounding. 14 a game in the series.
And the reach-in foul by Hakeem Olajuwon, and that will be his second personal foul. And we talked about how effective the bench has been, Hubie. The last 17 Detroit points have come from their reserves.
Well, it's a proven group. And Damon Jones has been quiet, but in this series he's been excellent, shooting a high percentage in threes.
Speaking of threes, John Barry hits another. He has 12 points. And he has come up big in this deciding game.
And John is taking big shots. He comes off the bench and he really ignites this club.
12 points in 5 minutes. He's done it in a hurry. Alvin Williams coming back with a miss out of bounds. And it's last touched by the Pistons with 9:15 to go.
Rick Carlisle brings in his 4 subs, and he usually keeps Ben Wallace out there, or he'll give Cliff Robinson a break and then bring him in. This group plays quite a few minutes.
Williams going wide open. Jerome Williams with the jumper, and it's a 1-point Piston lead.
Well, Detroit continues to help. You know, they help all over. That's what's made them a good team. So you can catch them if your big people can hit that 15-foot jump shot.
Here's Corliss Williamson on the baseline.
Nice.
And fouled. Antonio Davis came over to help as Williamson goes baseline and will go to the line to shoot 2. And for Davis, his second.
This is what this guy is all about. Watch the upper body strength now as he bangs into Antonio, and he still has the presence to regroup and get a shot off to go to the line for 2.
Williamson has now hit 13 of 16 from the line in the series.
Yeah, you love his game. I mean, he's found a home. They love what he does. They give him 27, 28 minutes a night. He comes in. He doesn't have to be worrying about anything. He knows he's going to get his shot attempts, and then he puts big numbers. But you love the fact that he's a high percentage foul shooter.
Traded from the Raptors after a short period of time. Doesn't like to talk about it, but it rankled him no end. So he's got a little something to prove in this series. Keon Clark back in the game, who led them with 9 in the first quarter, replacing Olajuwon. 10 on the shot clock.
Okay, they're letting them play down in the post area. They're allowing them to really get position.
Alvin Williams. Antonio Davis with an offensive rebound. Driving in. And Raptors, tough board there.
Well, you always have to be careful. Carlisle says our biggest problem tonight, turnovers. Our second biggest problem, take care of the defensive boards.
And Wallace goes up and blocked. Look up. Keon Clark got a piece of it. Alvin Williams. And Williams gets the basket. And Corliss Williamson probably lost track of him.
Well, he did because he crossed them. He turned them, see? And in this, I'm just shocked that Corliss Williamson allows him to go in and lay this up. See, he sees him right here, but he did not attempt to go for the shot block to take away the layup. Layups are just so crucial in a game like this.
Tied at 34, game 5. Barry loses his footing momentarily, recovers, and Williamson tapped out to him again by Barry. Basket by Williamson. Credit Barry with a big assist.
It sounds like they're the only two guys on the floor here right now.
Very good point.
But they both make tons of things happen.
21 points between them. Barry with 12, Williamson with 9. And the personal foul against Damon Jones. And Chris Childs will return to the game for the Raptors, their veteran point guard. And Cliff Robinson for Detroit.
I like this move. Give Ben Wallace a break. He's been out there for a quarter and a half. Now it's up to Cliff to be the defender here and do a good job by Keon Clark.
Now Wallace did not score, but he was a force inside on the defensive end. Antonio Davis fouled by Raptors with 7:17 remaining in the first half.
That move has been there time and time again. Just watch as they come off the curl. You just keep an eye now to the left of the screen. See, as they come off now, they're making it happen because the pivot man playing the screener is playing the dribbler. And when that happens, the screener rolls and is open.
Davis struggled from the line in game 4, missing all 3 of his attempts. He is 12 for 18 now from the free throw line, 1 for 5 from the field, and off to a slow start on the offensive end. He misses them both. And out of bounds. And it's gone the same way. No, a foul is called. Loose ball foul called against the Raptors.
You must go for every ball. Because when Jerome Williams is out on the floor, he is attacking. He's flying at the ball in order to save things. So you've got to go and protect yourself. Do not assume it's going out.
Cliff Robinson on the turnaround, trying to get on track offensively, hitting 34% from the field. That last Toronto foul, Alvin Willow, that is Jerome Williams on the loose ball variety. Detroit by 4. Now by 2 as Alvin Williams hits the jumper.
Tonight, for whatever reason, they are staying with the dribbler. Toronto's dribbler is getting into the middle of the floor. You say, well, they are cutting down then the baseline jump shots. Yes, they are. But now the guards are in the middle of the floor and getting good looks.
Here is Jones into the corner to Barry with 4 on the shot clock. Raptors blocked by Jerome Williams. What a great defensive play. And the Pistons giving up, and Williams.
Yeah. That's the way to go to the hole.
On the feed to Antonio Davis and the foul. Toronto wants to make it a transition game going their way. And the foul is on Cliff Robinson, just back in the game.
Keep an eye right here. Jerome Williams comes in. Another shot blocker to add. At the other end of the floor, this is how you want your big guys to send it down. 2 hands, go strong.
And Cliff Robinson, who just got back in, picks up his 3rd foul. Antonio Davis making good on the first free throw, and Ben Wallace will replace Robinson. So Robinson not getting much playoff time because of foul trouble here in the first half.
And it's a shame because tonight he looks like he's in an offensive flow, and they really needed that.
Raptors can tie it up, but Davis now 2 of 6 from the line, and Raptors getting the rebound and another Toronto foul. That'll be 2 on Keon Clark. So Davis and Clark each with 2 fouls. Cliff Robinson has 3, and maybe fouls will be a story in this series before we're over.
Raptors is doing a terrific job holding his area on the defensive boards. He's making himself big. Remember now, he's a 7-footer, wide body.
And Vince Carter again, the #1 cheerleader for the Toronto Raptors. They have some fans who came over from Toronto. And the turnover, Barry might have stepped out of bounds, and he did step on the line, and a timeout just under 6 minutes to go in what has been a furious pace game, as you would expect in a decider.
Hey guys, I got someone here who wants to meet you.
A dog!
A dog?
A dog.
But you told them we couldn't get a dog until we got the house. Did you hear something from our lender?
We got the house.
Call the Fannie Mae Foundation for a free guide to help put you on the path to home ownership and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
You have the ultimate power to look better, to be stronger, to redefine your body and yourself. Introducing the Bowflex Ultimate. Quite possibly the best home fitness machine ever made. In as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you can get real results that can change your entire body. With over 90 health club quality exercises and up to 410 pounds of resistance, it's like having an entire gym in your home. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. Own the new Bowflex Ultimate with no money down and monthly payments lower than many health club dues. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web at BowflexUltimate.com today. The new Bowflex for ultimate results.
The NBA playoffs on TBS are brought to you by the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. And by Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Big story for the Pistons, Hubie, is their bench. They were a +17 in this series. Already they've outscored the Toronto bench by 13 thanks to 2 guys.
Well, Williamson and Barry have been there every night. Both guys come in, they're instant fire, not only from inside Williamson, but on the perimeter by Barry with the 3-point attempts. Then Barry is the creator with this unit. He's the ball handler and the distributor. He makes things happen in the open floor, and they all run the lanes hard.
There they are, Barry and Williamson with 21 on 9 for 10 shooting. The rest of the club not as fortunate. Keon Clark cannot get it to a cutting Chris Giles. Alvin Williams with a high arcing jumper. Rebound Barry. Damon Jones finds Williamson. Tapped up, and the Raptors get it back. 5.5 remaining in the first half. Toronto down by 1.
That was a beautiful pass by Damon Jones, right on the money to Williamson.
Antonio Davis blocked off. Keon Clark now. Davis with 7 on the shot clock. Good defense by Detroit lately.
Good defense. Toronto still getting open shots. Their big guys are all getting that 15 to 7-footer. They just have to shoot a better percentage.
And Wallace getting it to Williamson, and that's the bold movement that Rick Carlisle looked for.
Yeah, but how about the catch? That was a great catch by Williamson. Ben Wallace, you know, is not going to attack the rim and look for the shot. He's looking to make the pass off. That was a bullet and a great catch by Torres.
Amazing that Jerry Stackhouse has been invisible and on the bench for a long period of time. Missed his first 3 shots of the game as a defensive 3-second violation called by Joe DeRosa and a technical free throw. There is Stackhouse, who, after a 31-point game here in the second game at the Palace, has scored a total of only 26 points since then.
Well, right now, Rick Carlisle is saying John Barry's hot, So in order for me to get Stackhouse minutes, I'm going small. So they have Atkins and Barry in the backcourt now with Stackhouse at the small forward. Now they like this lineup. Williamson is at the power forward position with Ben Wallace. But what's the problem? There's a negative here. The negative is taking care of the defensive boards. In Toronto, they got hurt on the boards every time they went to this unit.
Childs making the free throw, controlling the ball, firing it up. Chris Childs, loose ball, out of bounds, and it'll be Pistons ball. Stackhouse, by the way, sat for over 10 minutes. Still has not scored.
Well, let's see now with this group. With Stackhouse at the 3 position, you know that he can post up Mo Peterson.
Here's Atkins. Been really an unsung hero for Detroit. 3 on the shot clock. Williamson gets it to Atkins, who's open and hits. Atkins now with 6 points, but they have come at timely instances.
Well, you love it when your players, when the clock is going down, understand fading. Fading to the open spot, create the pass. So all you have to do is catch and shoot.
Low pass to Childs. Out to Childs hits another 3. So that's 2 for Chris and 9 in the game. And the Piston lead down to 1.
Oh, you love it. Chris Childs playing big. Games 2, 3, 4, and even again tonight. Leading this team. He has a bad Achilles problem. You never know it.
Barry, who's hit some 3s before, not this time. And Mo Peterson. Childs has had a knack of getting it to the right guy at the right time. Good save off the deflection by Wallace. Here's Peterson. Goes behind to Clark. Stackhouse guarding Clark. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul is called. Alvin Williams looked like he was looking to pass.
Yeah, he was. He realized that once he elevated, he had no position to shoot over the 2 defenders who had him trapped. So consequently, he was trying to pass out. They get a lucky break there by a loose ball foul.
And it's on John Barry. Jerome Williams, the junkyard dog, such a big fan favorite in Toronto, coming into the game and replacing Keon Clark.
Well, right now, Lenny is looking for the matchup. Jerome Williamson.
And Childs hitting another 3. He's hit 3 of them tonight and is uncanny with 8 in the series.
I just don't understand it. How can you lay off a Childs when the guy is on fire? He's a streak shooter. You know that. He has proven tonight that he wants the 3.
Raptors have taken a 2-point lead, and that was the problem Lenny Wilkins had. Let's get up on the 3-point shooters. Carlisle should do the same.
Chili's Mushroom Jack Fajitas with grilled chicken, jack cheese, and smoky bacon. Wow.
Honey, I've got the black teddy on.
Yeah, okay.
And I put the satin sheets on the bed.
Yeah. Be up in a minute.
I've got cold Bud Light.
Ow.
Honey?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Oh.
Steve? Debbie? Make it a Bud Light.
At Kia's all-model sales event, you can get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing on a new car. Like the affordable Rio, redesigned Spectra, and the rugged Sportage. What's even more attractive, they're backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
They're here for the all-model sales event?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell them all model means all car models?
Good man.
So hurry down to Kia's all-model sales event and get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing. Chili's Southwestern Egg Rolls, where East meets Southwest.
Experience NBA.com on America Online. See the best action shots and off-the-court photos every night. At America Online, keyword NBA.com.
Before you see episode 2,
the great disturbance in the Force.
It's the one that started it all. Now with enhanced special effects and bonus scenes. Star Wars Special Edition. Sunday at 8 Eastern, only on CBS Superstation.
So the Raptors are up by 2 now, and time now for tonight's edition of Armor All White Spectacular Finish. Let's go back to Game 7 of the 2001 East semifinals. The Raptors trailed the Sixers. 2 seconds left. Vince Carter's jump shot just offline, and the Sixers advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. 4-3. There is Vince Carter, and you look at 25 points that the Raptors don't have in this series, so you've got to give them a lot of credit to come back.
Also, he's the guy that's going to get double-teamed every time he catches the ball or he dribbles into the paint. Right now, Toronto is in their zone. It's a 3-2 zone. They like to use it coming out of timeouts.
And no basket.
Should have been an offensive foul, in my opinion. From our angle, I'm shocked that they're putting him on the line. I thought that Wallace jumped right into Jerome Williams. I thought he had excellent position. Keep an eye on this now. As the pass comes back, watch what happens here. See, he jumps right into him and knocks him back. Now, you realize the referees do not like players to flop. And if you would stay in there, stand up there and take the hit, you have a better chance of getting the call than falling on the floor.
Wallace now 0 for 4 from the line. And the Pistons 4 for 12, so they're losing out on valuable opportunities here. Trailing by 2 with 2.5 to go in the first half. Alvin Williams off to the side on the pick and spot up. Antonio Davis. No one picked up the loose ball. Came out to Toronto.
Yeah, that's been there. We know that's been there all 5 games.
Childs. Davis. And the basket counts and the foul. Childs made a great crossover move and set up Davis for the basket.
Well, anytime Chris Childs is in the paint, you know that he can finish, but he'll make the pass. Keep an eye now. Now this is just a beautiful move. Ben Wallace over-hustled that time and tried to prevent Childs from getting to the rim. Beautiful decision. Right now, Antonio Davis really struggling in his game. On the line and also in field goals. He's 2 for 7 on the line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. The Raptors leading by 4, and Stackhouse with a follow, and he has 2 chances and cannot do it, but a new clock for the Pistons, and Chucky Atkins. Chucky Atkins, who is shaken up. You remember he had an injured ankle in game 1 of the series. He's okay now, and I'm sure he's okay to the tune of 9.
Well, and when you have Atkins, Barry, and Stackhouse out there, you have 3 guys who will shoot the 3. Stackhouse is streaky.
Antonio Davis with a skip pass to Childs. Childs has it blocked by Corliss Williamson.
Get it up, get it up.
Barry determined to go to the hoop and nearly had the basket, and now the Raptors going the other way. The veteran Chris Childs pushing it up, feeding Antonio Davis, and he misses the layup.
He missed the layup. I mean, that was easy. That was his easiest shot of the night.
Barry with a short 3-point attempt. Almost looked like it was deflected, but it was not. Under a minute to go.
Watch the 8 seconds in the back court.
And they're going to point to Atkins. And let's see what
20-second timeout.
20-second timeout called by Toronto. Right now, let's send it to Ernie Johnson in our studios in Atlanta. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Dick. You're not going to believe what happened at the end of the New Jersey-Indiana game. Richard Jefferson missed 2 free throws in a 3-point game. You're looking for Reggie Miller here, and Reggie ties the game, and they're going to overtime at New Jersey. 96 apiece. Reggie Miller has done it again. They go to OT in the 5th and deciding game tied up at 96 on a last gasp shot by Reggie. Back to you, Dick and Hubie.
All right, Ernie, what a game. And I wonder where Cheryl is now in our building here. Cheryl may be watching that game back in the far reaches of the Palace of Auburn Hills, but what a banked 3-point shot by Reggie Miller. And they go to OT, the number 8 against number 1.
What a career. What a career of making prime-time shots under pressure.
Watch the ball.
Whether you like the guy or not, one of the greatest shooters in the history of basketball from all areas of the floor.
Jerome Williams controls it, 10 on the shot clock. Peterson. And a loose ball foul. against the Raptors. So let's see if Jerome Williams is called for it. And it's not. It's Antonio Davis. And that is 3 on Davis. And that's going to hurt the Raptors at this point.
The Raptors, Dick, are getting great looks. Antonio Davis is upset about the call. They're getting great looks at the basket. Wide open shots up in that front court. Time and time again. So you know yourself, you go in at halftime now. It's easy to talk to your guys. Just stay focused right now in the last 44 seconds.
Coming up on the AT&T halftime report, Ernie, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley, and special guest Walt Clyde Frazier are in our Atlanta studio. And the latest on Game 5 between the Nets and the Pacers. You know they're in overtime. Reggie Miller tying it up with a three-point bank shot to send it into OT. Wallace continues to struggle big time. He is 0 for 5 from the line. He does, however, have 10 rebounds as Antonio Davis sits with 3 fouls. And he finally makes one. 40 seconds remaining in a tie first half in the 5th and deciding game between the Raptors and the Pistons, who once held a 2-0 lead in the series.
And they want to play two-man with Olajuwon, but they just had the ball was forced to the right side of the floor.
And here is Alvin Williams, and the follow by Olajuwon, who came in for Davis, and Hakeem with 8.
Right there, Ben Wallace over-hustled. There was no way that Williams could get a good shot. He ran over, was 3 feet away on the shot. Olajuwon right to the offensive board for an easy putback.
And the shot clock turned off. Stackhouse to Williamson in traffic. And they better hurry. Stackhouse will fire up a 3. And Jerry Stackhouse, who missed all 6 of his shots in the first half. But the Pistons trailing the Raptors by 2. So what a game this is in the 5th and deciding game. Foul trouble could be a factor. We know Davis has 3. And Barry and Williamson, 23 between them. Clark with 9, Childs with 10. Here's Cheryl Miller.
Well, Chris, before this game started, you said the most important key was for you guys to get off to a good start. You certainly did that in the first half.
We got off to a great start. We played good defense. Even though they scored 21 points, it wasn't a lot of them in transition. We got to do a better job on the boards. We got to keep our composure. We get a lead. We tend to rush things. We got to take our time. We can score on anybody.
Antonio Davis picks up his 3rd foul. Any concerns for the second half?
No, Antonio knows how to play. He's a veteran guy. He knows that we need him out there. He got a couple of ticky-tack fouls on offensive rebounds, but as long as he's going to the boards, he's doing his job.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris and Dick and Hubie. This game living up to its billing.
Yes, it is. So we have 2 barn burners going up in Game 5s tonight on TNT and TBS. And at halftime, 48-46 Raptors, and Ernie Johnson in our studios. Now, I don't think he's going solo tonight, but let's find out. Here's EJ.
Never fly this thing solo. Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith are here, and Walt Clyde Frazier is here tonight for our AT&T halftime report. Got a couple of Game 5s going on, and the top 2 seeds in the East are in trouble. Detroit trailing here on TBS, 48-46 at Toronto. A live look now at New Jersey, where the top-seeded New Jersey Nets trail the Indiana Pacers 100-98. Reggie Miller with the late game three-pointer that he banked in that sent this game into overtime. And guys, what are your impressions of what we've seen out of the Pacers here tonight, Jet?
Well, we said it 2 days ago when A.B. Johnson was here, and A.B. said it well. There's one guy in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference that can go to another level. We're watching him right here. Reggie Miller is taking his game to another level that no one else on this court can do.
Previously, he did it against the Knicks, catapulted him to superstardom, and now he's gone across the river trying to do it to the Nets as well.
You know, Reggie has played good, but number one, that basket should not have counted. But it's going to go down to the wire, and Jason Kidd's going to have to make the play. Van Horn's had a terrific game, but he's missing in action and he's out the game. But Jason Kidd is going to have to make the play because Kenyon Martin looked like he doesn't want the ball with the game on the line. So it's got to be Jason against Reggie because, hey, it's a great game. I'm excited for this.
And you talk about that basket not counting. After what happened with Bernie Fry, with Baron Davis waving off the shot that should have counted, there was no way that this one, because as soon as it left, I was like, that's no good. But they counted the basket. And that's why I think we really have to go to the instant replay for the final play of the game.
You can see the red light.
You can see the red light, and you can see the ball still in his hand.
You know, and this puts too much pressure on the official because the official cannot turn around and look at the red light They obviously want to know what's happening with the game. They're watching the ball and the players. They don't have time to look at the basket.
But they had ample time to just wait. After all this hoopla,
Yeah,
just
but
go
they
look
can't
at
do
the
that.
tape.
Because
Why not? They don't have to say the basket is good right there.
Well, you can't go and look at a replay.
Because right now the league doesn't have instant replay to decide a game.
Yeah, but I've seen them change calls. They've changed calls before. The officials could confer, and then they make the right decision.
Well,
that's what they should have done.
And that's something the league is discussing right now to say, hey, should we look into?
Well, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
we should have instant replay on just one play, the last play of the game, because, Charlotte almost got bamboozled last week, and New Jersey loses this game. Indiana's probably not going to get the credit and respect for going there playing a hell of a game. People are going to be saying that New Jersey got robbed.
The Nets only had himself to blame. Jefferson was at the line. He could have iced the game, make your free throws.
Like we were talking about in the green room, there was some tight speakers out there.
That ball started to get heavy, man.
You've been in that situation. Everybody at this table has been there in a playoff situation and saying, you know what?
Have you seen that new Gatorade commercial where the guy shooting free throws
and the
rock? That's what's going on
also,
right
what
now.
about the alligator arm, man? The little arm. You couldn't straighten that arm out. So.
That's what you call Game 5 in the first round of the playoffs with everything riding on it. And boy, you're seeing how the pressure comes to the fore
Well, there's probably
there.
a lot more pressure on New Jersey. I mean, because they are the #1 seed. They're playing at home. They should have already won the game. So they're going to feel more pressure in overtime, and especially late in the fourth quarter and over. Because they're expected to win this series. Indiana's kind of they're the #8 seed. There's no pressure on them.
And they said going into that game, Reggie Miller and those guys, we are free and easy. Nobody thinks the #8's going to beat the #1. And Reggie shot, put it into overtime, 96-96. And right now, 103-100. Guess who just hit a 3 for the Indiana Pacers?
Imagine that.
Reggie Miller, yes, 103 to
to
100. That
where
game,
no man has gone before.
That game, once again, is on TNT.
I wish you quit talking and put it on.
Well, I'm just waiting for it, Chuck, and there you go. It's 103-102.
Who scored New Jersey's basket?
With 108 to go in overtime.
Well, the big thing, they're going inside to Jermaine O'Neal, but he has not had the advantage. The advantage is Reggie Miller's 6'7" and shoots well over Jason Kidd, but Vaughn Mercer's playing great for Isaiah.
Yeah, what happened there, the double team. They had the double team, and that left Mercer uncontested for the shot.
Ron Mercer with double-digit points. There you go, Jason Kidd.
He's got to make the plays. He's going to win it, or he should lose it. I always think it's a great player's position to win the game or lose the game. I think as a player, you can live with that in the summertime. You say, you know what? Our best player tried to help us win, and we didn't do it, or we did. New Jersey, Indiana should go 2 for 1 in this situation. Oh, my God. Talk about ball heavy. Oh, what a stupid foul. Aren't they in the penalty? Only their third. It's only their third team foul. But the big thing with Kevin Ollie, I think he has to realize that, you know what? I'm not the guy that should be taking these big shots. That's one layup he missed.
Kenny, there's a reason he's open. There's a reason he's open.
When he missed that,
sounds like Charles.
Hey, they're taking a break in that game. We're taking a break here on the AT&T Halftime Report. We shall return for more Game 5 drama.
The AT&T Halftime Report is brought to you by AT&T, proud sponsor of the NBA.
Encourage a lifelong love of reading. Read to achieve.
Sounds like a good thing.
Budget is really working hard to improve truck rental.
Yeah, rates starting in 1995.
And a service where our movers help load and unload the trucks.
Can we make load and unload even better?
Roller skates to make the move even faster. Mm-hmm. They don't need roller skates. Yeah, no, not roller skates, but load and unload. Was that your idea? That's a terrific idea.
Sorry, I got that receipt in here somewhere. Driver's license, bus transfer, $1 off fish sticks.
Actually?
Floss. Just in case. Movie stub, a mint.
Actually, we keep everything right here, just in case.
Right. Just in case.
People lose stuff. That's why we can store purchase and warranty information automatically, so you won't have to search anymore. Circuit City, we're with you.
Floss? Who flosses anyway?
I floss.
I floss too.
It's like closing a book that you've just loved reading.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on.
12 years in one box? Wow.
Tell me about it. Jim makes it so simple.
That's a good thing in a financial advisor.
Your 401k, we'll just roll it over. You won't miss a beat.
Oh, that's great.
From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
On the sunny side of the street.
Moo. For an incredible bargain on a computer, just call 1-800-GATEWAY. Because right now, you can get a Gateway 300 SE desktop fully loaded with an Intel Celeron processor, 128 megabytes of memory, and a monitor, all for just $5.99. That's right, a Gateway computer with a monitor for just $5.99. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. So call 1-800-GATEWAY today. That's 1-800-GATEWAY.
At Kia's all-model sales event, you can get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing on a new car. Like the affordable Rio, redesigned Spectra, and the rugged Sportage. What's even more attractive, they're backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
They're here for the all-model sales event? Mm-hmm. Did you tell them all-model means all car models? Good man.
So hurry down to Kia's all-model sales event and get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% financing.
Welcome back to the AT&T halftime report, man. That game in New Jersey, 105-104 moments ago. Indiana on top by 1. And watch the Nets. Kenyon Martin.
Jason Kidd, that's what you mean.
Kenyon Martin with the bucket from Jason Kidd. Right, Charles, 106-105, but it was the bucket by Kenyon Martin. They're up with 26.2 to play. What do you say we go to some bonus coverage right now with our guys at the scene? Mike Breen, Mike Fratello, and Jeff Van Gundy, the final 26.2.
Nets with a foul to give.
Understanding that we have 26 seconds remaining in the game, Indiana has a full 24. You can get the ball inbounds now, get your people situated, and you have plenty of time to run screens to get the guy that you want to get the open shot. That's Reggie Miller. But my second choice right now is Ron Mercer. If they gang up on him, look for the next pass to go to Mercer for the open shot.
And sometimes it's not the first shot that beats you, it's the second shot. So they've got to do a great job in blocking out. They got the switch they want.
O'Neal against Kidd, and a foul. They had the foul to give. So the Pacers will inbound with 18.8 seconds remaining, still trailing by 1.
Now, if you run the same exact play, are you going to get the same switch this time?
I wouldn't. It's got to be Jason Kidd. You are a great defender. You stay attached. One possession, one stop, and you're advancing.
The Nets, one of the reasons they're the #1 seed is because they've been able to make stops.
They've got O'Neal and Miller on the same side of the floor. That's where they're going to play from.
They go back to O'Neal. Martin right up on him. O'Neal spinning, stolen by Kenyon Martin. And then the foul on Jermaine O'Neal. Kenyon Martin with a terrific defensive play. And he'll shoot with 8.2 remaining. O'Neal is fouled out.
Martin becomes the aggressor even though he's on defense right now. He's not going to let Jermaine O'Neal take him. Once he feels the ball is brought down low, he's got those hands in there. He wants to get a deflection before O'Neal can run that drop step spin move into the middle of the lane.
Now Martin is not a great free throw shooter. In the series, he's 71%. During the season, just 68%. Here tonight, as you see, 2 for 3.
Again, we could be in the same situation. Indiana has still a timeout. But if they make both and they decide not to take it on the push up the floor, New Jersey has to foul to prevent the 3.
That, of course, if Martin hits them both and misses the first, it's still a 1-point game. Huge free throws.
Remember that huge deflection in the Philly game when Derek Coleman got his hand on the missed shot, tipped it back out again.
Martin hits the second, and Isaiah Thomas will use his final timeout right now, and they'll advance the ball. 8 points.
A 2-point game. Are you believing this? We're taking a break. We'll be back.
Anything in the mail?
Junk. Hey, look at this.
What?
A credit card pre-approved. You know what that means.
We already have a credit card.
But it's pre-approved. What do you want? A trip to Bermuda?
The Caymans?
Yeah. Or a nice dinner out?
You know what I want? A house.
Using credit wisely is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
2 points is 2 points. Don't be a show-off. I don't care if you slam dunk. I don't care if you shoot a layup. 2 points is 2 points. All you gotta do is take a short shot, box out, rebound. You ain't got to dunk on everybody. Forget about the theatrics. All you getting for that is two. You ain't scored 2 points your whole life. Who you gonna listen to? How about yourself? Obey your thirst. Sprite. Hey, yo, Kobe, you think you're getting some tickets? Courtside? Yeah. Come on.
We are extending our bonus coverage of the game that is on TNT right now. Indiana and New Jersey in overtime, 2-point game. Once again, Mike Breen.
Hit the three-pointer and go for the win, or just get a good shot and look for double overtime?
Well, first of all, you understand that both teams are playing with key guys on the bench right now. Depending on who comes out on the floor, you know that Reggie Miller is the primary three-point threat. Austin Crozier can hit a three, and Ron Mercer capable of hitting a three. But just the fact that they're a threat may open up that 2-point shot for them. They just got to tie and get to the next overtime period. If the three is open, pull the trigger and shoot it and run off the floor when it goes in.
And they can't go for Miller's pump fake, which will get them on the line. They've got to stay down if they switch out.
No fouls to give. Miller gets past Kittles. Miller inside with the slam. Reggie Miller ties it with 3.1 remaining. The Nets have a 20 left, and Byron Scott will use it now.
Exactly what Coach Fratello just said. They were so worried about the three that he drove it to the rim, and he got the dunk. It's exactly what they wanted opened up.
And Reggie was smart enough to understand we only need 2. There he is jumping out on the 3, and he goes right around Kerry Kittles, who uses up no time off the clock and trying to stop him. That's the threat of Reggie Miller. They're switching out on him. Don't let him get started on a 3, but play defense, for goodness sakes, instead of giving him a clear path to the basket.
And the Nets grateful for the new rule this year. There used to be a 20-second timeout. You could not advance the ball. Now you can. And they'll get it in their front court by the 28-foot line with 3.1 remaining. Plenty to get off a quality shot.
Ollie back in the game on Kidd. He's got to keep him in front and make him shoot the ball over the top. And if I was guarding the inbounder, I am not letting that ball get into Kidd easily.
So you play on the top of the inbound on his right hand and force him to throw it to the corner. You tell him it's just they seem to want to bring Kidd out to the top all the time.
Neither team with timeouts remaining. And both teams in the penalty. Martin to Kidd. Kidd makes his drive, puts it up. No good. Double overtime.
Ernie.
Wow, everybody take
Ernie?
a deep breath. Yes, Charles.
We got 2 guys out there who want the ball, Jason Kidd and Reggie Miller. The rest of them are scared to death. It's some tight spinkers all up and down. They're up there by the swamp land where Jimmy Harper's buried. And this is a dogfight between 2 really great players, 2 great guys, and they both want it.
What exceptional perspective you lend to this game 5.
He's got a new name in my book. Reggie Miller Star Trek.
These guys are playing hard but not smart, man. Have you ever seen Reggie Miller dribble with his left hand? I mean, sometimes he's always going right. The last time, as Charles said, he goes 25 feet from the basket, no one contested shot. He ends up dunking the ball.
Yeah, and you think when we talk about, he can go places he doesn't even know he can go because he's not a dunker. And then he comes in and he jumps from the dotted line, Star Trek. He's going where no man has gone before. New name for Reggie Miller.
Hey,
an extended, go ahead, very quickly.
Jason Kidd will win the game for the New
I'm
Jersey
going with
Nets.
Reggie Miller and the
one of you guys is going to wear the white
the
official hat.
tonight.
We've got to go because they're ready to play again in Detroit. The second half ready to begin. They're going to double overtime on TNT. Take your pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't worry about that game. Go over to the sister station.
Come back after the game.
The Pistons game is headed the same way as this Net game.
How do you mess with a bull without getting the horns? Find out this July.
We weren't technically a garage band since we practiced in a barn. We still make a lot of noise, only now it's on the phone.
Introducing AT&T Unlimited.
Luckily, I pay one flat rate and we talk till we're hoarse.
$19.95 a month for unlimited long-distance calls to any AT&T residential long-distance customer. Call all you want, whenever you want, and never watch the clock.
I love them, but I'm not going to pay a lot to listen to them. Nobody ever did.
Call 1-800-REACH-OUT to enroll.
Hey, you want to see how powerful Sunkist really is? Watch this. Oh, girls. This might take a while. Sunkist, experience the charge.
Nobody gets the goods like you, Joe.
Well, anybody can get the goods. The hard part's getting away. Plan a good enough getaway, you could steal Ebbets Field.
Ebbets Field's gone.
What'd I tell you?
Gene Hackman, Danny DeVito, Delroy Lindo, Sam Rockwell, Rebecca Pidgeon, and Ricky Jay.
Is it gonna be cool? He's so cool when he goes to bed, sheep count him.
Heist. Playing this month on pay-per-view. Tune to the 100s and order with your remote.
Want the most entertainment choices at a great value? At DirecTV, we make it easy. The Total Choice Premier Package has over 185 channels of the best we have to offer, including all of our premium services, HBO, Stars, Showtime, Cinemax, and Sports Pack. Total Choice Premier delivers more choices for everyone in the family, giving you maximum choice at a great value. Total Choice Premier. Order now.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use or dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited. The AT&T Halftime Report has been brought to you by AT&T, proud sponsor of the NBA.
Encourage a lifelong love of reading. Read to achieve.
It's like closing a book that you've just loved reading.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on.
12 years in one box? Wow.
Tell me about it. Jim makes it so simple.
That's a good thing in a financial advisor. Your 401k? We'll just roll it over. You won't miss a beat.
Oh, that's great.
From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
On the sunny side of the street.
2 hours of hard riding, and I was hurting. My legs, my back, it even hurt to pedal downhill. So I took control with Advil. Doctors know that nothing, not Tylenol, not Aleve, nothing's proven stronger or last longer than Advil. Hey, the pain was strong, but Advil's stronger.
You have the strength to get rid of pain. Take control. Take Advil.
With Big Mac no longer on the menu.
Back goes Andrews.
He made the catch. The Braves hope to feast on the Cards in St. Louis. Slam! It's out of here. Braves Cardinals, 8 Eastern tomorrow on TBS Superstation.
Early here in the third quarter, Dick Stockton with Hubie Brown and Cheryl Miller, the Toronto Raptors, who led by 2 at the half, adding a Keon Clark basket, and Lenny Wilkins' team trying to win 3 in a row, and they're in front in this game as Alvin Williams committing that last foul. Jerry Stackhouse shut out thus far, has missed his first 7 shots of the game. Curry, ball knocked loose, save. Here's Stackhouse, he misses a 3.
He's getting good looks at the basket, Dick. Not one attempt has been forced. Everything has been right on the money. Ben Wallace has been pivotal already. He's had 4 catches in the paint in this quarter without any result.
Alvin Williams on the miss and knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Pistons. They have a new clock, but Stackhouse shut out, and of course Rick Carlisle expected his big score to come through.
Well, they wanted to get to the foul line. They've gotten to the foul line, Detroit, but they have missed 9. It's been a major Achilles heel here, along with the Stackhouse factor.
And Toronto has been successful from 3-point range, although they turned that one over. The Raptors 4 of 7, which has been unlike Lenny Wilkins' club in the series.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Chris Giles. He's 3 for 3 beyond the arc. He's played an excellent game up until this point.
Raptors by 4. They were up by as many as 9 early, and Detroit came back to take a 4-point lead. Cliff Robinson getting the offensive rebound. Atkins directing traffic, using a Curry screen. Peterson picking up Atkins now in a 3-second defensive call as Childs gets knocked down, and a technical free throw coming up for the Pistons.
Yeah, right now Chris Childs has a legitimate complaint. Curry hit him with a left-handed forearm, just drove him right to the floor.
And Stackhouse can get his first point of the game, and this is reminiscent of Game 3 when he got his first point on a free throw 4 minutes into the second half.
In this series, Stackhouse is now 31 for 32 on the foul line.
I think the Pistons are looking for some FGs, field goals from him.
There you go.
10 on the shot clock. Atkins shadowed by Childs. 2.5 gone by third quarter. Atkins off the glass. Wallace tries for a follow, and now a 3-on-2 for the Raptors. Alvin Williams with the lay-in.
Pretty. He sized that up perfectly. Coming down in there, he was totally under control. Good timeout by Rick Carlisle. You do not want them to get away from you right now. Your team is struggling, and Toronto making excellent use of the transition game.
Jim! Hey, Mikey. Here's our TV, 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm going to see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh. Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City, we're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
This ordinary-looking bed is the key to a restful night's sleep. Even though it may look like an ordinary mattress, it's more comfortable than you can ever imagine. Introducing the Nautilus Sleep System. Nautilus uses variable support chambers designed to let you control the comfort on your side of the bed. Individual remote controls allow you to increase or decrease the firmness on your side of the bed, so you can have that feather-soft feel, and your spouse can get the extra firm support he or she has always wanted. Features like a wool blend pillow top for winter, a silk blend pillow top for summer, and our unique comfort layer make Nautilus the choice for a great night's sleep. It's time you feel the instant comfort of Nautilus, with no money down and payments as low as $30 a month. Try Nautilus in your home. We guarantee the best sleep you've had in years. If you're not completely satisfied within 12 weeks, return it for a full refund of the purchase price. Call now for your free video and brochure and discover instant comfort with the Nautilus Sleep System.
The NBA playoffs on TBS are brought to you by Circuit City. We know how you feel. That's why we're here. Circuit City, we're with you. By Budget. Fast Break is our fastest way to rent a car. Find out more at budget.com. And by the NBA. The playoffs continue. Love it live.
Right now, here is tonight's Inside Tracks presented by Lamisil.
Stops and rebound. Stops and rebound, baby. Keep working, baby. Let's go. Let's go, TJ. Remember now, out of the timeout, when it's our ball, they might go zone. Listen, we got to be ready to cover one another. So, if Carlos gets that ball down low, right? They always pass and go through. So, make sure that we trade and we come back here. Make them come to the middle. See? And then we're ready to rotate.
You got to do your best coaching in this deciding game, both of them.
Well, everyone is tuned in because no one wants to be the sore thumb. Now, right now, they are in a zone. They're matched up here right now in a 3-2 zone.
Atkins missing the three, knocked out of bounds by Childs.
It has done the job for Lenny Wilkins in Game 4 and a game tonight, mainly because Detroit stays perimeter and they shoot the long jump shot, and they, A, do not make the shot, and B, do not get a second shot attempt.
And it certainly cut off anything Jerry Stackhouse can do. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Here is Wallace going out to Stackhouse.
who has not hit a field goal. Here is Stackhouse passing inside to Wallace, who's fouled. And Davis right around him, and that'll be 4 on Antonio Davis. So
big play.
A big burden for the Raptors as Wallace will go to the line, only 1 for 6, but to get Antonio Davis with 4 fouls this early in the third is critical.
Well, it's major issue. That's what second shot attempts do. You're in 4 to 6 feet of the basket. You go up strong, you get people in foul trouble.
Right now, let's take a look at what's coming to TBS.
Before you see episode 2,
felt a great disturbance in the force.
It's the one that started it all. Now with enhanced special effects and bonus scenes. Star Wars Special Edition. Sunday at 8 Eastern, only on CBS Superstation.
Ben Wallace converts 1 of 2 and a 4-point Raptor lead.
Ben Wallace has at least 13 rebounds in this game, but unfortunately, when you go 2 for 7 on the foul line, or 2 for 8 on the foul line, it's such a major negative.
Alvin Williams off the mark. Wallace the rebound. Antonio Davis still in the lineup, although Hakeem Olajuwon at the scorer's table will be coming in on the dead ball. Here's Atkins with the dribble penetration to Wallace, and that is Wallace's first field goal of the game, and Lenny Wilkens calls a quick timeout.
Yeah, good timeout. Lenny's upset mainly because the dribbler gets into the painted area. And then just watch to the right. As the dribbler gets down inside, once that ball comes down in here, you'll see the movement. But then what happens, the guy on the baseline, if your man leaves you to go double team, step to the front of the rim and create the passing lane. It's your job to create the passing lane, then the unselfishness of the dribbler to give it up.
22nd timeout called by the Raptors, who are still in front by 2 points. Antonio Davis struggling tonight with 6 points on 2 of 9 shooting. Also having problems at the line, going 2 of 7 on the bench with 4 personal fouls. So that is a problem for Toronto.
In spite of all of that, they're ahead.
Yes.
Because their half-court offense has been beautiful to watch. They're maximizing all 5 guys when they're out there. And remember, we told you at halftime, Olajuwon has 8 points in 7 minutes.
Wallace causes the turnover. And you could say Detroit trailing by 2, but Stackhouse has not scored a field goal tonight. And Wallace losing the ball out of bounds, so you can make a case for good teams, both teams being in good shape despite major problems.
All you want to do is have a chance to win. And if you're anywhere close in the last 6 minutes, you're on the road, you're Toronto, you got a chance to win the game. The home team is saying, you know what? Our guys, our main guys will step up. Forget about the rest of the game. It's can we get it done in that last 6 minutes?
And the shot attempt by Alvin Williams. And the Raptors get another possession out of it.
Yeah, they love the second shot attempt. We told you, long rebounds means your guards have got to step up and rebound for you.
It'll be Detroit ball as Wallace knocks it off of the leg of Keon Clark. And Wallace limping a bit.
Well, he's working. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he's working a man's job on the glass.
Here is Atkins using his body. Here's Wallace knocked from away from behind by the quick-handed Hakeem Olajuwon with 10 on the shot clock. Olajuwon tonight has 8 points, 2 rebounds, and no surprise that he is playing a terrific game off the bench.
Oh, he's had at least 3 deflections.
Atkins hitting a 3.
You love it. This little guy can step up. He's now 2 for 3 in threes. He just loves the pressure of the shot, along with Barry. He shot it 41% during the season.
And he's just under 50% in this series. So the Pistons in front by 1. Childs working against Atkins, leaves it for Clark, wide open. He's hit that shot most of the series, not that time.
But you know, you can rely on Ben Wallace going to help out on the trap. So his man will always be open 15 feet away from the basket.
Robinson pulls up. Liv Robinson. And it has been a long time since the Pistons have seen that. An 8-0 Detroit run, opening up a 3-point lead. And Lenny Wilkens wants to talk it over.
champion surfer Sonny Garcia drops into a 32-footer at Pismo and never leaves the beach. The Honda Sportrax 400EX, America's favorite sport ATV.
In the fight against evil,
Get me undercover, brother.
one man, what's going down, is willing to do whatever it takes.
Would you like to be my friend? That's White She-Devil.
Get him! On May 31st,
Come on, baby, come on!
pull up a chair.
Hey! Woo! Woo, baby! Look at that.
Undercover Brother, rated PG-13, at theaters May 31st.
Who is a man that can jam over any man? Can you dig it? Who's the cat that wants sourdough, bacon, and all that? I'm talking about Shack Pack. The new Shack Pack. Grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger, crispy fries with free warm cheddar cheese dipping sauce, and a Coca-Cola Classic. You gotta have a Shack Pack, baby.
Listen up. We brought in a very special consultant to help us with our fundamentals.
This is a triangle.
Triangle.
What's this? Triangle. What's this?
Triangle. What's this?
The bill.
What'd that cost?
$4 million.
And he's not going to stick around to see if it works?
The Honda Foreman ES with Trax-Lock shifts from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive on the fly. When the trail gets bad, it gets better.
Bill Walton is here tonight on his Love It Live tour. 30 games, 30 nights. Wears that same tie-dyed shirt every game. Puts it through the dryer, and it's as good as new, Hubie. And here he is tonight in the Motor City.
Every game that we have had that's been exciting, he has been in attendance.
And the crowd here enjoying the Pistons with a 3-point lead. We want to welcome those who watched the New Jersey Nets defeat the Indiana Pacers 120-109 in double overtime to advance to the second round against the Charlotte Hornets. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Cheryl Miller, Chris Childs losing the ball, dribbling in, and his last touch by the Pistons with only 1 second on the shot clock.
You can make a catch here in a shot. You have 1 full second. What you do not want to do is have your man catch a lob and lay it in.
Childs looking for that. Williams with the air ball, and that meant the clock expired with under 6 minutes to go, and the Raptors leading by 2 at the half. They were up by 5 after 1 quarter, and this is what he didn't want to see happen. A roll by the Pistons with the home crowd going. They've run off an 8-0 burst.
Now they still have been able to do this without Stackhouse making a contribution.
Here's Atkins open. Rebound by Elijah Wan. Antonio Davis on the bench with 4 personally.
Chris Childs having a great game here this evening, knocking down the threes.
Done that throughout this series. Double team on Clark. Childs for 3. Not that time. Wallace clears.
Deion Clark has been somewhat under control. He only has 9 points, but he's not as active as he was in games 3 and 4.
Wallace with 13 rebounds, has averaged 15 coming into the series. And the foul is on Mo Peterson, his second personal foul. Del Curry will come in the game and give Chris Childs a much-needed rest. Childs has been a warrior, has hit 3 threes tonight and has 12 points. One of the master moves by Wilkins, putting him in the lineup after game number 1. But Curry, an offensive threat, obviously.
The Achilles heel tonight is in Detroit's inability to make the foul shots. They now missed over 10 during this game.
Speaking of 10, that's how much seconds remain in the shot clock. Curry, not good spacing right now for Detroit. Robinson going up with a flail.
Yeah, bad shot. No chance to make that shot.
And they run at Curry. They know how dangerous he can be from long range.
Detroit must pay attention now. They've got to get all over Childs. But that you do not give that uncontested 3 on the perimeter. And also Del Curry. Get to Curry outside deep.
Now Peterson fired the air ball, but the Pistons inadvertently touched it before it went out of bounds, giving the Raptors a possession with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Peterson losing it. Curry getting a 3-on-1. Stackhouse.
Give it up.
With Atkins. Great timing on the pass from Stackhouse.
That's their game. Force the turnover. Get out in the open floor. Make it happen. In this building, they've been able to get the 3-on-1 consistently off of a block shot or a turnover.
First time tonight, the Pistons have enjoyed a 5-point lead. Here is Alvin Williams cutting it to 3.
Pretty. He's been dangerous in the lane tonight. He's been able to beat his man, get into the painted area, and put up that soft shot.
Williams with 10. That's Alvin. Childs with 12 leads, so the guards getting the job done. Here is Stackhouse feeding, but Wallace can't control it out of bounds. Going over to the Raptors.
In this second half already, Ben Wallace has had 4 catches in the painted area, or 4 attempted catches. Now we know he's smarting from that leg injury because he continues to limp. He's a man on the glass here tonight, but he's not making his foul shots. He's 2 for 8, and he's dropping the passes where the potential dunk is involved.
7 on the shot clock, and Alvin Williams can't fake it, and we have a foul, or 3-second violation.
Sometimes when your post guys are posting, you'd like to have the people with the basketball understand who the guy is in there. Olajuwon has had such a great game. In the first half, he had 8 points in 7 minutes. So how can you not go to him and force Ben Wallace to play him?
Atkins back for 3. And Keon Clark getting the rebound with under 3.5 minutes to play. Third quarter, game 5. The winner of this game will move on to the second round against the winner of tomorrow night's Celtics 76ers battle on TNT. And Olajuwon, last tip by Robinson, 9 on the clock for...
Bad passing angle, Dick. Akeem had his man pinned. They emptied out the opposite side of the floor, and Del Curry just threw a flat pass. You've got to get foul line extended below so you can get that pass up in the area so that he can catch it near the corner of the board.
You saw John Barry and now Corliss Williamson come in the game. All they have done is combined for 23 points in the first half for the Pistons as their bench continued to do a number on the Raptors. And 9 seconds on the shot clock for Toronto.
Detroit were struggling in that first half down. Barry and Williamson came in, changed the entire complexion. 10 for 15 from the floor.
Olajuwon short with that short jumper. And the Pistons with the ball and a 3-point lead under 3 to play in the third. Williamson. That's his spot.
Ah, he loves it. He loves his spot, Dick, and then he has such a soft shot. See, he can spin, and when you can spin into the lane or use your power move drop step, he plays the glass so well.
Williamson with 13 points, and the Raptors have grown cold. 1 basket in the last 6.5 minutes as the Pistons have come alive defensively. Here's Keon Clark going baseline. Wallace got a piece of the ball, but a foul is called on Detroit, and it'll be the 3rd on Ben Wallace.
Once again, the Toronto offense, after the initial continuity, breaks down. Now you're going to see Wallace goes for the block right there. Now you say, well, he did get it. He looked like a clean block, but he definitely caught him with his body from the hip down.
How about the exciting game 5s we have tonight? The Nets winning in double overtime, 120-109. This game is down to the wire. Tomorrow on TNT, we'll call it Game 5 Friday. Game 1, Sixers and Celtics begin at 7 o'clock, followed by the Spurs and the Sonics at 9:30. 2 more, Game 5.
Keon Clark, you just hope that he can keep it going. He's averaged 19 points in games 3 and 4 in Toronto. Tonight he's on his way. He's in mid-double figures right now.
Williamson darted by Jerome Williams, and Alvin Williams claiming that it was last touched by Atkins, but that will not be the way it goes by Steve Javy.
Javy right on the call, Dick. I mean, he was right there. You can see. I like what they did that time. When Williamson made that power move to the baseline, they brought the rotator. Look out.
Toronto with under 2 minutes to go in the third, trailing by 3. Raptors lost the first 2 games here, then won 2 in Toronto, trying to win one on the road and become the 7th team to come back from a 2-0 deficit in the first round. Curry for 3, he's got it.
Del Curry at his best. You try to cheat off of Del Curry and help out on a dribbler, one of the quickest releases ever in this length.
Tied at 59. Tell you, a lot of players from both sides bench coming up big tonight.
Yes, they are. Barry has been slipping all night. I don't know what it is with the sneakers.
Williamson driving around Jerome Williams. Pulls up. 15. He's the high scorer. Corliss Williamson. And the Pistons up again.
What a soft shot. He can get his shot up over the top of bigger defenders. He stops on a dime because you're always concerned that he's going to take you on a power move.
Barry really trying to smother Curry, who pulls away. That's off the mark. And Cliff Robinson, the rebound. So Atkins with Robinson. Wallace, Barry, and Williamson. And the foul called as Cliff Robinson fouled in the corner by Keon Clark. So 3 on Clark. And that is the 4th team foul on the Raptors.
Yeah, silly foul. In that situation, Robinson was behind the backcourt. That would have been a difficult attempt.
Saturday on NBC, the second round gets underway. It'll be Dallas at Sacramento in Game 1. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Robinson making the first free throw.
Well, he has been a presence in this game. We all know that defensively he's always there, being rewarded by making a second-team all-defense again this year. But tonight, offensively, they needed that input, and he's given it to them.
Alvin Williams shadowed by Atkins. And here is Del Curry. 9 on the clock. Olajuwon spinning to the baseline. Awkward move.
Go, you got to push now. You have an advantage. The team is trailing.
He's not going to. Atkins immediately set up the play.
Yeah, but Atkins never looked for the trailer, Dick. Ben Wallace was wide open.
Shot clock on the left, game clock on the right. Robinson shooting over Clark. Bad shot. And with 2 seconds on the shot clock, stepping on the line and turning it over are the Pistons, and Toronto will have 9.2. That's a world of time.
Ben Wallace always working. You have to keep your body on him. You just cannot turn your back and assume that he's not going to the glass. He led this league in offensive rebounding at 5 a game. And throughout this series, he's right there, close to 5, 4.5 a game.
Pistons had a foul to give, and they gave it right there. And it's on Atkins, so 4 seconds on the clock. And Michael Curry, who can play some mean defense, comes into the game for the Pistons. Morris Peterson matched up by Lenny Wilkins.
Well, Lenny just made another move to get Peterson in there to put another three-point shooter on the floor. Alvin Williams, Curry, and then Peterson.
And Clark with the ball. Time running out. The loose ball. And out of bounds. No time remaining. And that will do it. And the Detroit Pistons with a 4-point lead going into the final 12 minutes of regulation after trailing after the first quarter and down by 2 at intermission. At the end of 3, Pistons 63, Raptors 59.
The NBA and WNBA continue to write new chapters to the Read to Achieve story.
Okay, let's read.
With each turn of the page, players and coaches are encouraging families to open a book with their children.
You like this book? All right.
And by donating computers and books to create reading and learning centers, the NBA is helping kids develop a lifelong love of reading.
Read to achieve!
Be a part of the success and read to achieve.
Come on, man. 23 triple-doubles last season alone. He's a monster in the block. He can hit the three. I mean, he's money come playoff time.
But he can't shoot a free throw. My grandmother could shoot a free throw better than him.
Well, I haven't seen your grandmother play, but I'm sure she's awesome. His critics call him cold, but I find this warm. I find it engaging.
I see that. It's more like a wheel of octopi.
Very unilateral. The play of dark and light is a classic, Dude, Octopi?
Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection in a wipe.
There is a place where nothing you do is ordinary. Even when all you're doing is pumping gas. When you cross into the blue, everything is different and important.
Especially you.
It's crunch time.
Why be plain?
Need it to be crunchy.
Plain chocolate? Not in Shaq's house. Well, he's got to have chocolate. Only creamy, crispy Nestle Crunch will do.
It's crunch time.
We wanted to describe how it feels to ride the Yamaha FX140 Wave Runner, the world's first four-stroke personal watercraft. But after seeing this, we didn't think any words would do it justice. The four-stroke FX140, the most revolutionary technical advancement in personal watercraft.
Sounds like a good thing.
Budget is really working hard to improve truck rental.
Yeah, rates starting in 1995.
And a service where our movers help load and unload the trucks.
Can we make load and unload even better?
Roller skates to make the move even faster.
Hmm?
They don't need roller skates.
Yeah, no, not roller skates, but load and unload.
Is that your idea? That's a terrific idea.
Right now, let's take a look at tonight's Budget Rent-A-Car Fast Break. It is even right now. Toronto with only 11 points in the third quarter. Remember, they had 11 in game one in the third. They shot 27% there. Pistons have missed 9 from the free throw line. We start the fourth, and it may be the last quarter for one of these teams this year. Winner of this game moves on. The loser goes home. Barry has it knocked away by Curry.
Look out now, 2-on-1.
And Williams can't control it, so they slow it down.
Detroit fortunate that time. Now remember, at this junction in the game, Stackhouse is 0 for 8 from the floor.
Jelko Rebraca into the game at center, replacing Wallace, and the reach-in foul by Rebraca. That'll be 3 on him.
Right now, Damon Jones is the only player in the bench squad that Detroit does not have on the floor right now. The other 3 guys, Rebraca, Barry, and Williamson, are out there.
Atkins, the only starter. Curry hits the jumper. Del Curry now with 5. He doesn't get a lot of points, but when he gets them, they're big ones.
Well, he's 2 for 5 right now. He's had good looks tonight. Lenny just needs him for a brief spurt to come in here now, shoots him up, and then he'll come right back with his starters.
Stackhouse is on the bench. 1 point tonight for Jerry Stackhouse. Corliss Williamson fouled, and that will go against Alvin Williams. And so there is Stackhouse, who has not come up tonight. 0 for 8 from the field, 1 point, sitting it out as we start the fourth. And Antonio Davis on the bench with 4 personals for the Toronto Raptors. Right now, let's take a look at what's coming to TBS.
Before you see episode 2,
And the great disturbance in the force.
it's the one that started it all. Now with enhanced special effects and bonus scenes. Star Wars Special Edition. Sunday at 8 Eastern. Only on CBS Superstation.
Pistons make another substitution. Damon Jones checks in for Chucky Atkinson. Or Atkins, I should say. And Cliff Robinson is the only regular in there, and he gets the offensive rebound off the miss.
Well, they love this script. Right now in this game, Corlison 7 for 9, Barry 5 for 9. Both guys have been hot.
Williamson.
There it is.
And another one. 18 points for Corliss Williamson on 8 for 10 shooting.
He's made it happen, Dick. He's really off the dribble. He's been very tough in the series.
5-point lead, cut to 2. Del Curry coming in with another three-pointer. His second of the game for the Raptors.
Now you just love it. He's such a great shooter. Distance not a factor. Beautiful touch.
Here's Williamson, careless behind his back. And Alvin Williams out ahead, and Curry can't control that roller on the other side. A little over-anxious right now, both teams.
Bad angle, top spin, very difficult to pick up when you're running in that outside lane. Tonight, the way that Detroit has stayed in this, even though they've missed their foul shots, they're playing the boards even. And that is such a key in this series. It's the first game that they're really playing them even.
Williamson, turnaround. And Antonio Davis, who has just come back in the game, playing with 4 fouls, but the Raptors need him now. David Jones out to defend Alvin Williams. 10 on the shot clock. Setting the screen is Davis on the pick and roll, but Racha got a hand on it.
That pick and spot up has been difficult to get tonight, mainly because the big man is stringing the guard out as he comes off that screen, and then they are cutting off Davis, spotting up down on that baseline area.
And the Raptors have 6 seconds now. Jerome Williams. And an air ball by Alvin Williams out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. So the Pistons get the ball, leading by 2.
You just love it. This has been a great game. Toronto has played terrific basketball this evening. Excellent half-court execution.
Been a terrific series.
Yes, it has.
Here's Clifford Robinson. Double team on Robinson. Jones. Well, that's an obvious one. Foul is on Alvin Williams, and that's 4 on Williams. So Williams and Antonio Davis each with 4 for the Raptors. No one on the Pistons has as many as 4.
You must get out to Damon Jones. In this series, Damon Jones is shooting the threes at 40%. He's very dangerous. So not only do you have to worry about Barry, because he and Damon Jones stretch that defense.
Clifford Robinson, rebound by Antonio Davis as Alvin Williams goes to the bench, replaced by Chris Childs.
Very good defensive rebounds at both ends.
And Davis is fouled underneath. What a terrific series as a point guard as Chris Childs played.
Tonight, that was beautiful. Toronto was hurting Detroit, curling off of the down screen. But that time, they set the screen and then slid to the basket. The ball was right on the money.
Real simple. I spend cheese with bees and dropping 90 grand. Ain't nothing for me. Pull your arms up, move from right to left. Got ladies running their hands across my face.
What the? Pookie, T-Money, roll me out. Zoom in. See that right there? How they get there?
Yo, they said they was with you.
No. They said they were with you. I remember distinctly they said they were actually with you.
Somebody better know something.
Smirnoff Ice Premium Malt Beverage. Drink responsibly.
Experience NBA.com on America Online. See the best action shots and off-the-court photos every night at America Online. Keyword NBA.com.
The power of movies. With the power of DirecTV, the Stars Super PAC, #1 in new hit movies. The power of 12 different movie channels for $12 or less a month. Over 600 movies each month. The best movie value on DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Get the best movie value on DirecTV with the Stars Super PAC.
Hey, Peyton, you're up. Hey, Peyton.
Attention, please. All guests are invited to the bikini contest, now taking place in the pool area.
NFL Sunday Ticket. Be prepared. Order now and save $20 off the regular season price.
We'd like to show you Toronto. Chris Childs has the basketball here. They have a double screen here. Barry decides to come off of Antonio Davis. As he comes off, watch Rebraca take a step. With that, Antonio Davis goes right to the front of the rim for the lob pass. Set the screen. When your man steps up, go to the rim. And when you have a good passer, he'll get the basketball right to you.
And a lot of characters in the audience tonight. Many fans, as we said, from Toronto making their way up with the relatively short trip. Right now, our Home Depot game summary. Detroit doing it again with the bench, Barry and Williamson. And a surprising rebound story, almost even. And Jerry Stackhouse, no field goals with just under 9 minutes to go in the fourth.
Now on the foul line tonight, at one end with Detroit, Ben Wallace, 2 for 8, has missed 6. At the other end, Antonio Davis, a great foul shooter, is now 3 for 8. All right, 4 for 9, but he has missed 5.
Got credit for that free throw, 4 for, but you're right, and of course foul trouble, which has really nullified Antonio Davis. Williamson going to the basket and count to the foul.
Oh boy.
Ballers Williamson with 20 points.
He catches the defense, Dick, napping. As soon as he saw how far away his man was, look at this. See, right there, you're rotating too late. You're inside the restraining defensive line. That is just 2 defenders falling asleep, not realizing who is defending Williamson.
Former high school player of the year and the most outstanding player of the Final Four as a sophomore at Arkansas. And this year, the top 6th man in the NBA. A crowning season for Williamson. But all he wants to do, he wants to move on to the second round right now. Curry gets Barry in the air and hits a 2-pointer for Curry. And he's got 10 points off the bench.
Del Curry looks great tonight. And the thing I like about it, they're looking for him. They're working him on that screen at about 18 feet in front of the basket.
And the Piston lead is 1, and the turnover.
4 on 1.
Okay, 4 on 1, you're right. Give it to Williams, and Jerome Williams.
He took it. He took it. You got to make good decisions there, see? The defensive player never moved to stop the ball. Lenny's all upset here. Now keep an eye on this now. Now just watch. The defensive guy sees. See, he never moved to stop the ball. He just planted himself and took the charge. That was an excellent defensive guy by Damon Jones.
Well, Damon Jones contributing in a way off the bench that you don't see in the box score tonight. And it is a 69-68 game. Stackhouse is back in the lineup for Detroit. They're going to need him now, Hubie.
Yes, they are.
1 point on a free throw in the third quarter is all Jerry Stackhouse has managed. 0 for 8 shooting.
Antonio Davis tried to front Rebraca. Rebraca's got to play big now.
Going up with the short jumper. Željko Rebraca, the 30-year-old rookie, with 4 off the bench. And the Pistons lead by 3.
You have to love this group, Dave. This second unit, for the 5th straight game, has scored over 31 points coming off the bench.
And Davis fouled, and Rebraca hit him. I tell you got to give a lot. Davis was under the basket, but he forced himself to go up against several white shirts.
Yeah, you'll take that. You'll take that foul. Rebraca, that's a smart foul. He's expendable. You're not going to give a layup in this situation. He thought that he was beaten, and right there, he says, hey, no layup. I'm going to force you to make the foul shots.
Rebraca with his 4th foul. Tomorrow on TNT, we expect more of the same. Great excitement. Game 5 Friday. First one up at 7 o'clock. The Sixers and Celtics, their traditional rivals, in Game 5, followed by the Spurs and the Sonics at 9:30. Will Tim Duncan be there? David Robinson, bad back. Seattle's already 1-1 in San Antonio. Davis misses another free throw. 1 out of 2.
Good foul. You go 1 out of 2. You're not giving up 2 on a layup. Anything right now for Toronto. Can you hold Detroit to 1 shot attempt?
2-point lead for the Pistons. 7.5 to go in the fourth. Williamson.
Push off.
Rebound, Davis.
Williamson got away with a great push-off with the left forearm. That's how he opened up that time.
Murray off the screen, getting the ball back. He has scored 10 of Toronto's last 12 points. And the ball lost out of bounds on the turnover. And it goes over to the Pistons.
You have to be awake here now. Now, we're down in crunch time, and the last 7 minutes, you have to get back quickly. Stop arguing and get back.
Stackhouse hasn't done much scoring-wise, but he had a fine feed to Rebraca. And again, the Pistons keep the Raptors at bay. They're up by 4.
You love Raptors stepping up here now. 2 good field goals, very important.
6 in the game for Raptors. Let's see how Toronto answers. Keon Clark against Wallace. Fights his way in. What a tough basket by Keon Clark.
The pickup was great. Looked like a shortstop going in the hole.
Yes.
I mean, that was just a great pickup because that was a deflection. He had to get the catch and then finish.
And the long throw.
Yeah.
And the offensive foul. Williamson called for the charging foul.
Well, he got away with one down two possessions ago. Now, this is just good movement. This has been a war in this series. Jerome Williams right there. You know that Williamson, Corliss is constantly going to the glass. He's pulling his way, and if you give him daylight, he'll take the extra step, go right up, and bank the shot.
And you remember Jerome Williams played over 4 years here in Detroit. He was a fan favorite here before he became a big favorite in Canada. Here is Childs with a 2. Chris Childs, I'll tell you what. If they win, if the Raptors win, he must be the MVP.
He's done a terrific job. Once again, the defender on Childs goes under the screen. Childs reads and steps back in your face.
Tie score, 6:09.
All right, whichever one of you guys picked that Vandertech stock, thank you for the new boat I bought this weekend. Oh, nice. Rick, was that you?
No, it wasn't me. Maybe it was Kowalski. No, it was Fisher.
Fish Nips.
What?
Good call on that Vandertech stock.
Did I pick that one?
Come on, Vic. Come on. Yeah, what do you got?
Vandertech, Schmandertech.
The new E-Trade. More of what you need to stay ahead in today's economy. E-Trade Financial.
Smirnoff Ice Premium Malt Beverage. Drink responsibly.
There's something wonderful about a hamburger. It's one of the few things that brings so much joy. Made fresh, hot off the grill, all juicy and delicious with fresh toppings so it tastes great. It lifts your spirits and makes everything okay. That's the kind of hamburger we make. Wendy's Classic Double with cheese. It's better here. And now Wendy's pickup window is open late so you can eat great even late.
Now is the time to get your team together and start practicing. NBA Hoop It Up, the world's most exciting 3-on-3 tournament, is coming your way. Whether you're young or old, a serious competitor, or playing for fun, there's a level for you. So get in on all the action. Log on to NBA.com to find out when NBA Hoop It Up is coming to your town and sign up. NBA Hoop It Up, basketball without boundaries. Anytime, anyone, anywhere.
You know, it's always disappointing. I'm disappointed because their young guys stepped up, and I feel our young guys didn't. You know, Kenyon Martin, you know, he made the difference, especially in the second half and in those 2 overtimes. And, you know, our younger guys didn't respond when they had to.
Always candid is Reggie Miller, and he was there. It was not easy, but form held in the upper part of the bracket in the East. The Nets winning in 5, and the Hornets beating Orlando in 4, and they'll meet in the best-of-7 second round. And, of course, this series tied the decider tonight, and tomorrow, Philadelphia at Boston in the 5th and deciding game of that series. Under 6 minutes to go here in regulation. Clifford Robinson with Atkins. Corliss Williamson, the turnaround, spins out.
Well, he was able to get what he wanted. That has been there for him all evening. He's been shooting a high percentage, getting into the paint. Interesting, no double team. He's all stayed at home on the perimeter.
They're staying with Curry every time he touches the ball. He's done some damage. Here's Childs, and the ball knocked away, and the foul will be called against the Pistons. A pushing foul, and Ben Wallace.
Good call.
Yes, it was actually Atkins who gets called for the personal foul.
Good call. There was a definite push from behind. The referee DeRosa right on the call.
Here's Childs. Atkins staying with him. He doesn't want Childs to get off the three. He's been deadly from there. And here is Antonio Davis working in against Clifford Robinson, who does a terrific defensive job, but it's last touched by the Pistons with 6 on the shot clock.
Well, that is a major matchup to watch down the stretch. Cliff Robinson on Antonio Davis. Antonio Davis has struggled tonight. He's 2 for 10. He's your leading guy in points, 19. He's your leading rebounder.
Curry gets an open look and hits. Del Curry trying to make it a pleasant road game for Toronto. Has 12 off the bench, and the Raptors lead by 2. Curry tonight, Hubie, 5 of 8.
The old pro.
A pair of threes.
Well, the old pro. He's in there tonight like the young Colt. He wants the ball. He's shooting a beautiful shot. He's shooting a high percentage. And his movement tonight has been excellent coming off screens.
And the foul is against Chris Childs, his second. So both teams, the next foul for Toronto and Detroit will put them in the penalty with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Raptors and Stackhouse lost it out of bounds. Stackhouse still does not have a basket tonight.
Stackhouse was coming on the baseline. Yeah, he was defended by Childs, but Childs was trailing him. That was just a poor pass. Wait for the guy to open up or wait for him to call for the ball on a post-up.
Number 7 seed trying to knock off a number 2. Indiana came close to beating New Jersey, but didn't. Curry with the air ball that time.
You got to push. If you're Detroit, you have to push because that's your game. Making things happen in transition. The three-point game opens up, but also you have quick athletes.
Every possession has been a battle, and every possession will be a battle till the rest of the way. Atkins with a runner. Keon Clark had it, and trying to save it is Ben Wallace. It'll be Raptors ball. Now 4:08 on the clock here in the fourth.
Detroit continues to get into the paint off the dribble. It's there for them. But then respect Toronto's rotation. The Toronto guys are rotating. In the first half, they were able to get 4 block shots. But this half, they're not getting the block shot, but the intimidation is there, and the shot is ending up in a miss.
From John Grisham, author of The Firm.
If I tell the truth, he'll kill me.
Susan Sarandon.
Why should he talk if we can't protect him?
Tommy Lee Jones.
He's trying to ruin this boy's life and just flat out get him killed.
The Client, 7 Eastern, Saturday night on TBS Superstation.
Hey, you want to see how powerful Sunkiss really is? Watch this. Oh, girls. This might take a while. Sunkiss, experience the charge.
America is still strong, and we salute the backbone of our economy, the independent small business owner. Now you can gain independence, make big money, and have the time to enjoy it. Call Teleking Communications Corporation, 1-800-207-7677, and discover an incredible offer to run your own wholesale distribution business. This high-profit opportunity is the American dream. Be your own boss, work part-time or full-time, and earn big money with no direct selling on your part. Get all the facts now on how you can take advantage of this turnkey operation. Availability in your area may be limited, so call today. Teleking will help you increase your income and give you the freedom to enjoy the things that make America great. Operators are standing by to help you. The call is free, and there's no obligation. Take charge of your life, earn big money, and have the time to enjoy it all. Teleking. For your free brochure and video, call 1-800-207-7677 now.
Neither team with a foul to give. The Pistons have lost 4 of 6 Game 5s in their history. And, of course, back in 1984, a classic, Hubie, when you coached the New York Knicks to victory.
That was great. We were on the road. We played down in Joe Louis Arena, a neutral court for both teams. There was 120 in there.
Right.
We were up like double figures. Isaiah Thomas scored 16 points in the last minute and 39 seconds, one of the greatest finishes of all time. But fortunately, Bernard King had us on his back. He only had 44 that night with the flu and 2 splints on his fingers.
As he did so often in that great year.
He always played big.
Your Knicks had a great season. Here's Childs missing the open shot. Jerome Williams keeping it alive with the offensive rebound.
One of the few offensive rebounds in this half for Toronto. We're talking about a team who's averaging 14 a game in the series.
Curry is fouled. Del Curry, and talking about bench contributors for both teams tonight, Hubie.
Well, in the first half, Toronto was out to a nice solid start. They bring in Barry and Williamson. Barry and Williamson come in, get 23 points, bring Detroit back, give them a lead. Now, in this half, once again, Toronto down. They go to Del Curry. He comes off the bench. That was his 13th point. He's shooting a great percentage. And now the two-man game looks beautiful. The range is there, and it's opening up the post guys.
Curry has 11 points here in the fourth quarter. What else did you expect? 77-73, the Raptors with under 3.5 minutes to go.
Silly
foul. Keon Clark on the foul. Coming up on Inside the NBA, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley, and Walt Frazier, our special guest, will recap Game 5 between the Pacers and the Nets and post-game reaction from here in Detroit.
From now down to the wire, you have to understand when to foul and when not to foul. You don't foul a guy setting a screen 30 feet away from the basket. And Cliff Robinson was just going over for them to run a screen and spot up. Just play it defensively. All you're doing is giving them 2 points or potential 2 points to a good foul shooter.
Well, Stackhouse and Robinson, the top 2 scorers all year for the Pistons, have a combined 11 tonight and only 1 by Jerry Stackhouse.
Now we brought that out at the top of the show. Both of these guys had to step up. Stackhouse was shooting 33%, Robinson 34% coming into this series.
Giles
into this game.
Yes, Giles off the screen. The ball knocked away by Williamson or Wallace. Atkins setting it up again with nearly 3 minutes to go in the fourth, and Clark on the reach in again, and that'll be 5 fouls on Keon Clark, and Robinson will shoot 2 more.
So once again, Keon Clark now thinks it's a clean block. Lenny Wilton's asking, he thought it was a block also. Now just watch as he brings it up. You can see, hey, I'll tell you what, he did. He was all ball. His big hand, that hand was right on top of that ball.
So Robinson on the line, where he has been 5 of 6 tonight, and can tie the score with 3:01 remaining. Each team has enough timeouts. The Raptors with 2 full timeouts. The Pistons with 2 full and a 20. So Detroit, which stumbled early at the line, now clicking. 13 for Robinson. We're all even. At stake, the first round.
Now they just ran a staggered screen for Curry.
10 on the shot clock. Antonio Davis defended by Robinson. Childs driving on Atkins, going over to help, and it doesn't matter. Williamson helped, but the basket by Childs, he has 16, and the Raptors break the tie.
As soon as Chris caught that ball, he checked the clock. He had 5 seconds. And you'd love it when guys want the contact. He could have forced up a jump shot. He attacked the defense and went right in there, adjusted that shot.
Pistons don't have a basket in nearly 5 minutes. Still don't have one. And the foul called against the Raptors. Loose ball foul as Wallace goes down.
Definite. That was a solid call. The refs were right on that. Just keep an eye to the right of your screen. As this goes up, this ball lingers on the rim. But then you're going to see Wallace was just shoved right in the back, underneath the backboard.
So Clark and Antonio Davis each with 5. Davis picks up his 5 for Wallace, only 3 for 9. So Antonio Davis with 5, Keon Clark with 5, and Wallace trying to give the Pistons a 2-point lead, and he comes through when they need him down the stretch. 2:17 to go. And now we are tied at 79 all.
Now they're bringing Curry off the double screen. And then on the left side, they had a Baseline screen for Jerome Williams. Bad shot.
Wallace the rebound.
No chance. No chance on that shot to bank that in.
So under 2 minutes to go. Tied at 79. Raptors looking to become the 7th team to come from 2 down to win a best-of-5. Stackhouse still looking for his first basket.
There it is.
He gets it to break the tie.
That's the first time we have seen Stackhouse be able to get into the paint and get a good look. That's his first good look coming in off the dribble.
And you said, it doesn't matter what happens until the end, and your best players better come through at the end. That's what Stackhouse did there.
I do believe that's what it's all about. Reputations are made from 3 minutes down.
I won a gold and silver medal at the Winter Olympics.
He showed me how to use this thing.
I brought home the gold.
She helped me get rid of my grubs.
I won the silver.
He taught me the importance of primer.
My team won the gold.
She helped me find one of those flappy things.
Our associates do great things every day. To join the team, give the Home Depot a call.
It was 1969. Peace, love, and music were in the air. And these guys?
Anyone see my slide rule?
Were nowhere near it.
Give it a whirl.
They were busy developing what would become the internet. As the internet evolved, so have we. BBN became GTE Internetworking, and today we're Genuity, providing e-business solutions from the people who started it all. Genuity.
1:42 remaining. Neither team with a foul to give. The Raptors with only 1 timeout remaining. Stackhouse breaking the tie, 81-79. 1 for 9 tonight. Here is his scoring story throughout the series. And the 31 was the big one, but only 3 tonight, but a big 2 moments ago.
Well, they did a great job in games 3 and 4 in cutting Stackhouse's appearances on the foul line. He was averaging 11 attempts a game in the first 2 games. Now tonight, once again, he cannot, they've stopped him from getting to the line, but they've prevented him from getting into the paint before that last possession.
Pistons looking for their first playoff series win since 1991. They have lost 6 since then. Here is Davis, and Robinson got a hand on it.
Great hand. That was a back screen by Del Curry, and then when the pass went down, a terrific defensive play by Robinson.
81-79, Stackhouse. Not this time, Curry the rebound.
Well, he played that well. Instead of curling, he faded to the corner because his man cheated and came up over the top defensively.
There's the shot clock on the left. Winding down to a minute to go. Bo Peterson cut off by Williamson. 7 on the shot clock.
You got time here now.
Giles has it knocked away momentarily. Time running out. And his runner. And Atkins comes up with it. Big possession, good defense, Detroit.
One of the biggest things in this game has been Detroit's ability to curtail the offensive rebounding by Toronto.
Stackhouse going into Corliss Williamson, the double team. 7 on the shot clock.
Yeah, slow on the ball.
Barely a half a minute. Atkins, tough pass for Wallace. And 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the pass was behind Wallace. There was nothing Wallace could do about that. That was a hard pass and it was behind. Now right now, Rick Carlisle wants to talk this over with 2 seconds because you have time to make a catch and get a dribble in before a shot.
And what a crucial basket it would be for Detroit considering there's under a half a minute remaining. We'll be right back.
Budget is really working hard to improve truck rental.
Yeah, rates starting in 1995. And a service where our movers help load and unload the trucks.
Can we make load and unload even better?
Roller skates to make the move even faster.
Hmm?
They don't need roller skates.
Yeah, no, not roller skates, but load and unload.
Is that your idea? That's a terrific idea. I'm old-fashioned. I think people should mate for life like pigeons or Catholics.
Hey, don't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone I love.
I feel that life is divided up into the horrible and the miserable. So when you go through life, you should be thankful that you're miserable. Well, that's essentially how I feel about life.
TCM focuses on America's master filmmaker with 18 of his legendary films.
I was just trying to be funny.
Along with a world premiere documentary, Woody Allen, A Life in Film, beginning May 4th at 8, only on Turner Classic Movies.
Here's the story. Detroit by 2. No fouls to give. Raptors 1 timeout left. 28.9 and 2 seconds for Detroit to attempt the shot.
Right now, Toronto cannot get back cut. By that we mean a guy comes off of the screen or he changes direction and gets down into the paint. Watch the back screen and then a man stepping out who set a screen.
Stackhouse will inbound. Goes underneath. And the layup good by Williamson. Corliss Williamson and a 4-point lead.
Look out now. No timeout.
And now they call it.
That's right.
And that's their last.
Now that was a great play because they set up Williamson to step back cutting his man, and then they waited for the pass. It was just a beautiful play, well designed by Rick Carlisle, who called the timeout to set the play up. Now we're going to give you a look at it right now. Now keep an eye on Williamson. He just busts right there. There it is. Not only do they give the catch, you see, it's how you play the guy out of bounds. If you cut off the pass underneath the rim, that doesn't happen to you. But they were playing the passer straight up, and that opened up that passing lane.
Again,
a beautiful catch by Williamson, and then his strength. He just overpowered the defender in that situation.
6th man of the year and the former Raptor, Corliss Williamson, 10 of 15 from the field, 23 points, and Jerry Stackhouse with his 7th assist. Bring on Iverson. Well, the Boston Celtics may have something to say about that.
I would think so.
As the Raptors trailing now by 4 points, they are out of timeouts.
Well, this is a situation where you're going to go to your best people. They know that Detroit cannot foul. Toronto is shooting the penalty. The main thing is, though, do not assume that Detroit is going to call a timeout. If you score, you pick up. You've got to pick up at 100. And that means you go for the steal, okay? The main thing here right now is you're down 4, so you go for the steal, and if you don't get it, foul, stop the clock. Time management is critical now.
Peterson will inbound. He has Curry, Antonio Davis, Keon Clark, and Chris Childs.
All 5 guys must rebound for Detroit now. No excuses. Everybody on the glass.
Here's Childs driving.
Oh, foul.
He stepped on the line. Turned it over.
Down.
Chris Childs turned the ball over, stepping out of bounds, and the wistful look on the face of Lenny Wilkins.
Yeah, keep an eye on this now to the right of the screen. Atkins is right up on him as Chris drops the back foot, steps out. Now, right now, you got to protect now. Watch long. If you don't get the steal, foul.
There's the foul with 21 seconds to go. And Stackhouse will go to the line, and if he makes both free throws, it will become a 2-possession game for Toronto with 21 seconds left and no timeouts.
Big thing is you have to be alive. Now, you have to be alive on the line if you're Toronto. Do not assume that Stackhouse is going to make them, even though in this series we told you earlier that he's 31 for 32.
Well, the Pistons missed 10 of their first 17, but they have hit 11 of their last 12, so they righted themselves on the stripe when they had to.
And we said, you have to step up. Your leaders have got to step up. Well, I'm happy for Stackhouse. He's had a horrible night, but when it counted, the jump shot, oh, there it is.
He missed it.
Now you got to push, so you have no timeouts left.
5-point lead.
Whatever they give you, the 2 or the 3.
They're going to try the 3 with Curry and hit it. Curry. And that is a 3-pointer by Del Curry, and the Pistons will call a timeout, leading by 4 with 11 seconds to go.
That was a beautiful play. Giles could have taken that all away. Instead, he finds Curry out beyond that line on the left side.
We weren't technically a garage band since we practiced in a barn.
We still make a lot of noise, only now it's on the phone.
Introducing AT&T Unlimited.
Luckily, I pay one flat rate and we talk till we're hoarse.
$19.95 a month for unlimited long-distance calls to any AT&T residential long-distance customer. Call all you want, whenever you want, and never watch the clock.
I love them, but I'm not going to pay a lot to listen to them. Nobody ever did.
Call 1-800-REACH-OUT to enroll.
Jim! Hey, Mikey. Here's our TV, 57-inch widescreen. Looks even better than last week.
Can we take it home this time?
Therein lies the problem, Peter. The minute we take it home, I'm going to see it on sale.
You know, with Circuit City's Price Match Plus, you don't have to worry about that.
Huh.
Don't worry, take it home. Because if you find a lower price within 30 days of purchase, we'll give you back 110% of the price difference. Circuit City, we're with you.
Does this mean my video game system can come home too?
Raptors out of timeouts. Detroit only has a 20, leading by 2.
Very important. The guy taking the ball out of bounds, you know you have a timeout. Right now they're going with all of their good foul shooters. They're going small, Detroit, by bringing in Curry and Barry. And then also you have Atkins and Stackhouse. Now remember here, you're Toronto. You're going for the steal, and you're going strong. You do not want to make a pass that is flat. By that we mean a soft, high pass that they can intercept.
And Stackhouse immediately fouled with 10.7.
That was smart basketball. They brought their key guy, their best foul shooter, right to the ball, got him the basketball. You always like to shorten the pass. You do not want your guys to go away from the ball, because then when you throw that lob pass, you give the defense a chance to shoot the gaps. Now the pressure's on Stackhouse out to step up.
The lead is 2 for the Pistons, and Stackhouse 32 of 34 in this series. And he hadn't gone to the line much the last 2 games, but he's on the line now, and that's all the Pistons care about. Trying to make it a 4-point lead. With 10.7, and again, as he misses the first one.
In games 1 and 2, Stackhouse was at the line 11 times in each game. It dropped off to 5 in games 3 and 4. Tonight, we see he has missed 2.
If he makes this, it's a 3-point game and no timeouts left for the Raptors.
Here you go. You have time here now. Plenty of time.
Giles driving it in on the run. Wild shot, the rebound. Robinson, the game is over.
Look at this. It's not over. Now it's over. There was plenty of time. That
didn't go after him.
Yeah, that shot went up. Chris forced that one. They had plenty of time. You had 10 plus seconds there as you got up even over half court. All right, so consequently, you got to give them a lot of credit. They played them right to the max, and Detroit had to execute down the stretch.
Oh, yeah, you got to give the Raptors credit for battling down the stretch, winning 12 out of 14, including 9 in a row, taking the series to 5. And Chris Childs, what a valiant player he was in defeat.
Yeah, now keep an eye on this. Chucky Atkins is all over Childs. Childs wants the shot. And you can see the foot even came down inbounds, and it would have been questionable whether he would have called a 3 or a 2. All right, the foot hit the floor before the ball was released. Now, there was still plenty of time here. And it's just amazing how when the shot went up, none of the Raptors went to the offensive board to get the rebound, because if they got the rebound, they could have kicked it out and potentially had another shot attempt.
Let's go over to Cheryl Miller.
Corliss, in a Game 5 situation, you would like to think that your stars step up and get the job done. Both teams' stars struggled. It was the bench once again coming through.
Oh, definitely. Our bench played extremely well tonight. Unfortunately, our stars struggled tonight, but we were able to step up for them and stack some big shots for us at the end.
We got to talk about the resiliency of the Toronto team. They gave you everything that they had. They were very competitive in this series.
Oh, definitely. They played with a lot of pride. They came out and played hard. It was a tough struggle, but we were fortunate enough to win, and hats off to them. They played well.
What do you leave with in this series? How much did this team grow?
This team can grow a lot. If we continue to work hard and play together, this team can grow, and expectations will be big.
All right, looking ahead to the second round, you were 2-2 in the regular season against Boston, 2-1 against Philly. What team do you feel you match up great against?
It's kind of hard to say. It doesn't matter who we play. We're just happy we made it to the second round. We know the second round is going to be even tougher, and we're just looking forward to the challenge.
Hey, enjoy the win. Congratulations in advance. Let's send it back to you, Dick and Beauty.
So, Corliss Williamson, whose basket put the Pistons ahead to stay with 1:45 left. had 23 points, and Del Curry with 17. So the leading scorers tonight came off the bench. Curry had 14 in the fourth quarter, and Ben Wallace with 17 rebounds, as well as the Detroit Pistons, who had lost 6 playoff series before winning tonight. Once again, our final score, Detroit 85, Toronto 82. For Hubie Brown and Cheryl Miller, our producer Jay Hoover, Billy McCoy, our director, Rodney Vaughn, Monica Campbell, Jeff Harris, and the rest of our TBS crew, Marty Aronoff, our statistician as usual. This is Dick Stockton saying good night from Detroit, and we'll send you to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta after this break.